And good evening, everybody, from the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you tonight as the Icemen are set to face the Atlanta Gladiators. This will be the second game in as many meetings, in as many days between these two teams. Jacksonville losing 5-4 yesterday in our annual kids field trip game in a heartbreaker when they hit the post with 1 second left. For more on today's game preview, let's move to my broadcast partner and Alex Reed.
Hi fans, it's time for your Icemen Game Day preview presented by Salancha Chiropractic, where tonight the Icemen and the Atlanta Gladiators are set to do battle at Veterans Memorial Arena for the second time in as many days. Yesterday, Atlanta downed the Icemen by a 5-4 score here in this building. Atlanta receiving a career day out of forward Zach Malatesta, who posted 2 goals and an assist to cap off a 3-point performance. Also scoring for Atlanta was forward Nick Bly, who once again found the back of the net against Jacksonville. Bly now 11 goals and 4 assists against Jacksonville dating back to last season. Now for the Icemen, they got good production out of rookie forward Derek Barash, who scored a goal and 2 assists to cap off a 3-point game as well. But after the game, Barash was recalled to Cleveland of the American Hockey League, so the Icemen will be without his services here this evening. Now one of the players that did score for Jacksonville yesterday, that was veteran forward Garrett Ross. Had a chance to chat with Garrett prior to today's game at the morning skate, get his thoughts on yesterday's game and tonight's game with Atlanta.
Yeah, I thought we played a pretty good game for the most part. We still need to tighten up in a few areas. Our D zone definitely needs to tighten up. Puck management and plays with the puck at the right time is a huge thing for our team that we got to get in good habits of doing it. We've been in a rough patch right now, and it's all the little things like that, like D zone and getting to the net and boxing opposing players away from the net that are, things like that are going to get us out of this little funk. We got to play a full 60 minutes. That's been a thing that we've been trying to get through everyone's head and then accept that in the locker room. It's a full 60 minutes. We can't take a period off. We need to, like I said, manage the puck better. We need to be good at our own blue lines with the puck and at their blue lines. And then, like I said, just battle to get to the net, and we got to get some greasy, ugly goals, and we got to get something to change here just to swing the momentum our way. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's no fun playing from behind. I feel like if you get that first goal, it's kind of a little weight off your shoulders, and it's like, let's keep moving forward rather than, like almost panic a little bit and like, oh, we got to score and catch up. It's definitely a bit huge to get the first goal, and that'll be a main goal tonight as well.
You just heard from Garrett Ross, who highlighted the importance of scoring first for the Icemen. In fact, if you look at both wins for Jacksonville this season, they've come in games in which the team has scored first. Face-off is set for 7 p.m. tonight at Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets available at the box office or online at jacksicemen.com or at Ticketmaster.
And Alex, thank you so much. We are just about set for the start of tonight's game between the Icemen and Atlanta Gladiators. Jacksonville coming in with a mark of 2 wins, 6 defeats, 2 overtime losses. For Atlanta, dead even at 500 on the year, 5 wins, 5 losses. They have no overtime or shootout losses yet. Your referee tonight, Cameron Fleming. He will drop the puck between Dante Hanoun and Garrett Ross, who you just heard from. Hanoun wins the draw. We are underway. Thank you so much for being with us tonight on Mixler and on jacksicemen.com as the puck goes immediately into the Icemen bench, right between equipment manager Cole Hillier and assistant coach Jeff May. Rounding out the rest of the coaching staff for the Icemen, of course, your head coach is Jason Christie, assistant equipment manager Nick Behrens, your trainer Scooter McClay, and your strength and conditioning coach Patrick Murphy. The Icemen with possession at their own blue line. Maxime Fortier, lead pass for Mike Hedden, carries it over the blue line, poke checked away and cleared out to center. The Icemen retrieve the puck from there. Wing-to-wing pass. Hedden tries to knock it free. Atlanta with a steal. It is Malatesta circling the back of his net, of the Jacksonville net, all the way to the blue line, over the blue line, and it's going to be offside. Soloviev could not handle that puck inside the line. I'm curious whether they'll call this an intentional offside, in fact. Seemed pretty clear that it was over the blue line, but they may give him the benefit of the doubt that it was close enough, and they will. Line change for each club. More changes for the Icemen today, as both Derek Barash and Alexi Daou both called up to the American Hockey League today. Barash to the Cleveland Monsters and Alexi Daou up to the Manitoba Moose. The Icemen do get James Phelan back on the ice, however, today, along with Dejan Mingo, who is on the ice right now as Jacksonville carries into the Atlanta zone. And it goes from Clark to Mingo. Phelan with a shot, and the save is made by Ouellette. I don't think he knew it was in his glove, but that's where it was. He tried to make a stick save and redirected into the corner, and he kind of ski jumped the puck right into his own glove. It just stuck there, so he was able to get the face off, and the draw will come to his right. Still in the first minute of play. Another newcomer for the Icemen, Brendan Warren out there wearing the number 41. Big 6'1" forward. Out there with Chase Lang and Bobby Lynch. It's a good youthful line. I like this one. It's got a little size to it as well. As Lang takes a man down, Atlanta has the puck behind their own net. Forney up the left side. Peterson tries to clear it. Is stolen by Lang. Ahead for Warren. Couldn't get the puck to calm down. He would have been in prime scoring position had he been able to retrieve it properly. Powers for Atlanta. Outlets it for Collins. Collins forehands into the right of Carlson. Carlson wristed around the boards himself all the way to the blue line. Not out yet, but the Icemen get it right back, and they'll start the rush with Lynch for Craig. Graham Craig, the defenseman, wristed in off the end boards behind Ouellette. Lang goes into forecheck with Mike Hedden. They will steal the puck and bring it back behind the Atlanta cage. The Gladiators with Chris Forney on top of it. Up the left wing side, poked away by Fortier. Fortier around one man. Forney took him down, no call. Fortier really more tried to draw that call rather than it actually being a penalty. So we will play on as the Icemen get a steal in the offensive zone. Atlanta gets the touch. We'll play on. It's Fortier with a drive. It goes just wide. Atlanta thought that was going to be a hand pass, but the Gladiators actually touched the puck on the way, nullifying that. More pressure from Jacksonville. Right point is Glover, who drives into one, but it is deflected into the corner. Ross for the Icemen. Stick handles behind the Atlanta net. Off the boards to the right point. Glover fakes the shot, now takes it. It's a deflection and a save by Ouellette as Hedden got a piece of it on the way. No rebound as Ouellette makes the save, but a good opening couple of minutes here for the Icemen. Already with a couple of shots on goal, and that was a tester on Martin Ouellette. The Icemen without the services of Emerson Clark tonight. He was given a game misconduct in the first period of yesterday's game and subsequently a 5-game suspension for Mr. Clark, so we will not see him for a while. His next game will not be until the day before Thanksgiving here at home for Jacksonville. So he's going to miss this weekend's games plus a couple of road games as well. Everett still on the ice, however. He's at center right now with James Phelan and Nikita Korostolev. At the blue line, it's Jacob Cederholm at the right point. Dejan Mingo, center point. And Clark wins the draw, but it's all the way to the opposite wing, and it trickles out to center ice. Mingo just coming off the injured reserve list today for Cederholm, then for Korostolev, who will deflect in. Mesner took a slash undetected by Phelan. Will play on as the Gladiators look to clear out. They do get it away to the Jacksonville blue line. It's Cederholm on the right wing. Ahead for Korostolev, who deflects in. Solovyev behind the net. Korostolev knocks him off the puck, but it comes loose for the Gladiators. Mesner up the left wing side by everybody, but no icing here. There was a deflection all the way to Carlson behind his own net. Tries to play it around the boards. Atlanta steals. Corbett with a wrister. That is well wide of the far post. Comes all the way to the blue line, and it's kicked out of the zone by Jacksonville. And they'll skate with the puck as well. Warren with a huge hit. Big collision between Warren and Malatesta. As the Gladiators end up with the puck, Corbett wrists it around the wall for Malatesta. Clears it just over the blue line and out to center. Warren takes the body on Luke Nogard, allowing the Icemen to take the puck. It's Baudouin for Lang, who deflects in behind Ouellette's net. Josh Thrower tries to clear it away. Lynch got a piece of it at the line. Puck comes up high on Baudouin. Hit him right in the face, but it was not moving at a high velocity. He's okay. And the Icemen get it back, and it's Baudouin with the puck, in fact. Right to left pass for Hedden. Back the other wing for Lynch. Great move around a man into the zone. Carries it into the right wing corner. Centering feed ends up on Ouellette, and he will cover it up. It's been all Jacksonville so far with time of possession. 16:05 to go in the first period. We are scoreless early on here in downtown Jacks. Shots on net, 3-0 for the Icemen. Draw will be to Willette's left with Garrett Ross against Derek Nesbitt. Ross will try and win it to the top of the circle for Max Fortier, and he does exactly that. Shot towards goal is deflected out of play. It was not quite in Fortier's wheelhouse. It was kind of between his stick and his skate, so he had to settle it down, and that extra half second was the difference between getting that shot on goal and having it knocked out of play. Ross once more. This time Fortier is at his traditional half wall position. Atlanta wins the draw. They'll clear it out immediately. Glover prevents the puck from getting to Luke Nogard. It trickles into the Jacksonville zone. Shaw plays it for Hedden. Far side kick plates all the way to Powers at the right point for Atlanta, who holds the zone. Moving it behind the cage for Jacksonville now. In possession is Garrett Ross. Wing-to-wing pass for Hayden Shaw, who had a blistering goal last night on the power play. Yesterday afternoon, I should say. As Jacksonville plays in, Willette got a piece of it. Loose rebound, Fortier, and a left skate save made by Willette. He just got enough. Willette did not look comfortable on that backhander by Fortier, as he just got enough of it with the skate. The initial save really left that juicy rebound that never should have been allowed at all. Also very surprising, while I'm thinking of it, that Willette is even starting at all after playing yesterday, and they have a third game in 3 nights tomorrow. The man ahead of the pack, that's Karastalev. Long outlet pass. Icing will be waved off as Willette will play it for Mesner. Mesner up the right wing side. Mingo gets a piece of it, stands him up at center ice. It comes back to the Atlanta line. The Gladiators have not done much anything offensively just yet. It's been all Jacksonville, but we've remained scoreless. Now it's the Gladiators into the zone. Wrist shot on net, gobbled up by Carlson. Easy glove save there for Jacksonville's netminder Adam Carlson. 14:45 to go in the first period. We can finally introduce Alex Reed, my broadcast partner, who's got a lot going on today, as is always the case here. But Reeder, an excellent start for the Icemen so far. That's the first sniff that Atlanta's had towards the net so far.
Yeah, to control, they've been controlling the play there and getting those opportunities down low on Martin Willette, and again, getting those chances. It's a good start. It's exactly the good response that the team wanted. Again, we talked about this yesterday, Arlie. The team kind of got off to a good start. Obviously, just didn't get the result they wanted. We'll see if they get some bounces and some things go their way tonight.
And in your conversation with Garrett Ross pregame, talking about wanting to get that first goal, but here comes Atlanta into the right wing side, right through the top of the crease. Nobody home. That opportunity belonged to Logan Nelson. He may have been better served taking the shot because he really didn't have anybody to pass to. Couple of men go down off the puck as Jacksonville clears it to center ice. It is Clark, bouncing feed, looking for Vandergunst, couldn't set him up. Peterson the other way. Centering feed, nice back check by Dejan Mingo. And in transition, it's the Icemen. Baudouin all by himself for now. Cuts to the right side, shoots it across the grain. Willette makes a blocker save from distance. Rebound for Atlanta around the wall. Baudouin holds it in. Wrist shot, never reached the net. It comes to Lynch. His shot also blocked all the way out to the Jacksonville end. Carlson's going to play it ahead. Long lead pass, connects with Warren, but it's going to be an offside call. Bobby Lynch did not realize that puck hadn't crossed the line yet, and we will take our first break. 13:44 to go in period number 1. We remain scoreless here in downtown Jacksonville.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; Athletic Net, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL; Handbid, the official mobile auction app; Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team; Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, official puck provider; The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner; and Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Back to live play as the Icemen throw the puck behind the Atlanta cage. Gladiators will clear it away. Zach Malatesta, who had a pair of goals yesterday, eludes one defender and takes it into the zone. Pass from Marchin looking for Hanoun. He was wide open, but a back check by Garrett Ross at the last second prevented a breakaway for Atlanta. Gladiators still with the puck in the zone, however. Wing-to-wing pass deflects high into the air, goes to Forney. Chris Forney all the way to the high slot, feeding it to the left point for Malatesta. Seam pass to Hanoun at the top of the right circle. Throws it down low, backhand towards goal. It is blocked. Comes to the far wing boards. Penalty coming on Jacksonville. There is your touch as Garrett Ross went after Zach Malatesta. Ross is saying that he was getting his stick held, but it's going to be a hooking call on Ross instead. And a power play for the Gladiators with 12:50 to go in the first. Atlanta on the power play this year, 11th overall in the league on the PP, 19.6%. Jacksonville's penalty killing, 17th overall out of a 26-team league, 81.3% for the Icemen. Jacksonville still looking for their first shorthanded goal of the season. They nearly had it yesterday with one tick on the clock in an attempt to tie that hockey game.
Oh, it was close.
Man goes down for Jacksonville, no call that time. I thought that was going to even things up. Yeah, I'll be thinking about that one attempt in the final second for maybe all season long. It was that kind of effort. It would have been a remarkable, dramatic goal, a shorthanded goal with 1 second left to tie. Not something you see every day. And unfortunately, we did not ultimately see it yesterday either.
And it would have counted had it gone into the net. We looked at the video replay of it, and there was exactly 1 second remaining. So it would have been a last-second goal, literally.
So the Icemen clear the puck out. Doing a great job on this penalty kill so far, but still a minute 20 on the clock for the Gladiators. Penalty killing for the Icemen, James Phelan along with Bobby Lynch. As the Gladiators clear in, Mingo turns and fires it right back out. So good to have Dejan Mingo back out on the ice. Has not seen action since opening night here against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Missed the last 9 games in a row. Atlanta, another errant pass. Jacksonville's going to steal the puck and kill a little time. Mingo with a high toss into the zone. Ends up all the way on Ouellette, who had to make a save on a bounce. Tricky play there as Atlanta clears it away. What a big hit by Mingo again. Stepping up at center ice, but Atlanta gets it right back. Wrist shot deflected wide. Good defense there by Cedarholm as well. Phelan cannot get to the puck to clear. Atlanta holds the zone with 36 seconds to go on the power play. Carlson a save from distance on the slapper from Malatesta. Mingo steps in. Around the boards to the near side for Cody Corbett. Corbett skates into the goal line extended. Right side of Carlson. Centering feed from Atlanta. Thrown in front, it is deflected, not out yet. Holding in is Nelson to the blue line for Corbett. Slap shot goes well wide. Comes off the end boards for Hanoun. Hanoun curls to his forehand, poked away by Mingo. Comes around to the opposite side. This time it's Cedarholm knocking a man off the puck. 3 seconds to go on the power play. Atlanta still with it. Malatesta centering feed deflects to Carlson, who will cover it up for the faceoff. And the teams are back at full strength as Garrett Ross comes back out onto the ice. Very solid kill there. And even in the last couple of seconds, the best pressure for Atlanta. Still, it was all along the perimeter and not much for Adam Carlson to do.
Yeah, the Icemen gave up a power play goal yesterday, but again, we were talking about those tipped shots, but fundamentally it seemed as if the penalty kill was doing the job and getting it done from that aspect. Sometimes you just can't help those tips and redirects. That's kind of out of your control. But again, that was a good penalty kill here, and again, to keep the game scoreless and keep Atlanta off the board in their first attempt with the man advantage.
It's Atlanta with the puck behind the Jacksonville net. Looking to center is Nogard, finds Peterson, but his drive goes well wide on the play. All the way to the blue line, still held in by Atlanta. Collins for Forney, wrister in a screen, and it goes just wide. I'm not sure if Carlson ever saw that. And Jacksonville skates out 2-on-2. Fortier with speed, going wide on power, centering feed for Ross. He'll have to track it down on the deflection. Works it to the blue line for Baudouin. What a great play to hold it in. Closes, fires, glove save by Ouellette. Beautiful play by Charles David Baudouin. Somehow keeping the puck in at the blue line, and the next thing you know, the seas parted. He had a ton of room, closed all the way to within 30 feet, but Ouellette reaching out with the left glove, making a sensational save.
Yeah, you know, that was one of those plays where, you know, there was so much space for Baudouin to skate down, as you said there, and, you know, it's one of those where it's just that anticipation. You know he's going to get a shot off. Is it going to get through? And if it does, is it going to go in? That time, though, Ouellette shutting the door with flashing the leather a little bit with the glove.
Atlanta clears on this faceoff. Hayden Shaw, nice spin move for Clark. Clark back for Shaw. up the left side. It goes off the referee's skate. That actually cost the Icemen a goal yesterday, and it might again this time as Atlanta carries into the zone. Centering feed right through the top of the crease, but Bly, the Iceman killer, could not get a piece of it that time. It is still in the zone, however. Wrist shot, stick save, cleared out of play off the protective netting. Just past the midway point of this first period now, with 9:40 to go in the first. Coming up in the first intermission, by the way, we'll be joined live up here above section 114 by Icemen President Bob Arablo. A lot to talk about from this weekend. Huge events yesterday, today, tomorrow. I mean, this is a jam-packed weekend, not only on the ice, but off the ice as well. So a perfect time to talk with the Icemen president and catch up with things from the off-ice point of view for this club. Here comes Jacksonville. Warren with speed. Throws it through the low slot. Nobody home. Comes free for Atlanta off the boards. Indirect pass for Marchin. Gets to the Jacksonville blue line. Bouncing puck. Atlanta gets it right back. A shot by Thrower that goes wide to the glove side. Off the end boards. Gladiators get a shot blocked. Cedarholm tries to play it into an open corner. Warren is there. Loose towards the blue line. Can Jacksonville clear out? Not yet. Second attempt. Still not yet. Held in by Malatesta, winds and fires. Glove save by Carlson. No rebound with exactly 9 minutes to go in the first period. And Alex, your conversation with Garrett Ross about things that they need to do to tighten up, well, that was just what we saw. What he talked about, that's what just happened. Those are the things that have to be tightened up.
Yeah, no question. I mean, that should have been an easy out of the zone, clear, get it out to center, chip it up ahead there, and that time they didn't connect, and it came back, ended up being a turnover in your own zone. You don't want to cough up the puck there, especially when you think everybody else is trying to rush up the ice, and you cough it up behind the play. Then you're going to be down a man. It'll be a little bit odd man rush there, but that set up another opportunity for Atlanta. Fortunately, Carlson was able to make the stop.
Jacksonville does win the faceoff. Around the wall it goes by Forney, and Jacksonville picks it up. Mike Hedden cannot get around Powers. Gladiators back in transition, two-man attack. It is Nogard getting to the blue line. Bumped off the play by Ross, comes behind the Jacksonville net. Atlanta still in possession. Forney from the line, shot is blocked in front. Comes up high for Hedden. 3-on-2 if the Icemen hurry. Ross with a great pass to Fortier. On his backhand, centering feed, deflected just wide by Hedden. Penalty coming on Atlanta, delayed call. Ross tries to keep the play moving. Atlanta gets the touch up, and it will be a power play for the Icemen. Waiting to see who goes to the box. It's going to be interference, whoever ends up heading in. I think it's going to be Luke Nogard, and a power play upcoming for the Icemen. That was a fantastic pass from Ross to Hedden, or to Fortier rather, on the left wing side.
Yeah, and the only problem there, it was a great pass, as you said. If he catches Fortier on his forehand there, he's getting that shot off, but Fortier felt like he didn't have time catching on the backhand to turn it and really get a good angled shot there. He had to kind of feed it on his backhand there, but nothing to take away from the setup. It was great. It's just one of those things, oh man, if he just had him on the forehand, that could have been a really dangerous opportunity for the Icemen.
Some miscommunication on this faceoff for the Icemen, but they somehow keep the puck in the zone. It's Karostalev looking to go to the blue line, but it was intercepted. Well read there by Tommy Marchin on the steal and clear. So a power play for Jacksonville. They are 19th in the league now. They went all the way from 24th to 19th in the league with their one power play goal yesterday afternoon. They try to clear in. Atlanta clears right back out. Dejan Mingo quarterbacking the man advantage once more. First time since opening night. I'll keep saying that. He has been a huge loss for the Icemen in the early portion of this season. Mingo at center ice. Over the line for Karostalev. Tries to split a double team. He can't. And it is cleared back into the Jacksonville end. 1:10 to go on the power play as the Icemen bring out their second power play unit. Now we have Hayden Shaw, who scored with the man advantage yesterday. Lead pass for Mike Hedden. Hedden over the blue line for Fortier. Dives to hold it in for the moment. Loose behind the Atlanta net. Chase Lang is first on it. Spins away from Bly. Turns to the forehand. Stolen by Bly and cleared just over the blue line. Garrett Ross tried to be slick, gloving it down to his stick, but his glove was clearly just over the blue line. We had a perfect angle at it here, so we'll blow it dead with 7:10 to go in the first, 46 seconds to go on this power play. Jacksonville out shooting Atlanta 6-5 in the early going.
Yeah, you know, that was just a little sneaky play there, hoping that you could maybe get it, just drop it in the blue line, see if the linesman would fall for it, but not happening that time. He was in perfect position to see it, and the right call was made there for the offside.
Worth the attempt for sure.
Absolutely.
Still a little time on this man advantage as Hedden chips it ahead for Ross. Ross couldn't quite get away from Powers, but Hedden jumps into the air to glove it down and keep it in the zone. It is Hayden Shaw, 50 feet away, to the circle for Hedden. Seam pass for Fortier, but it goes to the opposite boards. Fortier holds it in, feeding it to the right point for Shaw. Cross ice, it's Hedden. Winds and fires and scores! On the power play, Mike Hedden with a drive from 50 feet away. He had that puck on edge, and I think it knuckled on Martin Ouellette. Beat him cleanly up high. 6:37 to go in the first. 1-0 Jacksonville.
Yeah, definitely knuckled there, Arlie. That was a tough shot. And pinpoint shot there by Head. And I'm telling you what an addition this was for Coach Christie and his squad, getting a veteran guy with the talents and ability of Head. And he's put up good numbers everywhere he's played. And now in 3 games with the Icemen, he's had a point in every game.
Mike Hedden's first goal as a member of the Icemen. It's his second goal of the season. He also scored for the Allen Americans early this season. Here is your Icemen goal call from Matt Schultz.
Was scored by number 8, Mike Hedden. That's his second of the season, assisted by number 28, Hayden Shaw, and number 29, Maxime Fortier. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 23 seconds, first period.
1-0 Jacksonville, an icing call here on the Icemen as Mike Hedden with a 50-foot bullet with the puck on edge. It went short side on Ouellette, that's his stick side. And it almost looked like he flinched towards his glove side and then realized, oh man, that puck's coming the other way.
Yeah.
It was not deflected. I just think it was just one of those shots that you just cannot read. When that puck's coming on edge, it's not as easy for a goaltender to know where it's headed.
Yeah, that puck was, it almost looked as if it was standing up when he teed it off. Definitely on edge there, and boy, it did. It gave Ouellette some fits there in net, and Hedden finishing it off, though, driving that one. He had a lot of time and space to let that cannon fly, and it paid off, hitting the back of the net.
Jacksonville with a lead at home. They did not have the lead all day yesterday. They trailed 5 separate occasions. They tied it 4 times, but couldn't tie it up the 5th and final time to send it to OT. Atlanta now with possession in the Jacksonville zone, trying to clear as Karastolev. Unable to do so right at the blue line. Marchand holds in. Wrist shot turned aside by Carlson. Probably would have gone wide anyway. The Icemen looking to clear away at the blue line. It's held in again. Icemen are really having a hard time clearing their zone, not just tonight, but just in general. Now they drive it up the wall. It's deflected into the Atlanta end by Karastolev. He'll head to the bench for a change. Chase Lang into forecheck. Forney with an outlet pass. Knocked out at center ice. Bouncing puck right at the center ice faceoff dot. And we're going to have a hand pass called against the Gladiators. And we will take a break. 5:19 to go in the first, but the Icemen draw first blood. A power play tally from Mike Hedden has them on top, 1-0. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
Atlanta with a shot on net. Save is made by Carlson. That was his best of the night thus far. Gladiators keep it in the zone. Shot in the screen, never reached the net. A lot of traffic in front, but the Icemen skate out to center. Three-man rush if they want it, but they're going to take a change instead. Staying on the ice for now is Chase Lang, but it's a delayed offside. He's got to clear the zone. And Atlanta, plenty of time to get it to center ice and dump it in themselves. Carlson flipping it to the left wing for Hayden Shaw. Gloves it ahead for Garrett Ross. Ross with a three-man rush. Has Hedden with him. Hedden on the left wing side. Saucer pass for Ross. Into the left wing corner. He's got a man on his hip. Kicks it away from one man. Atlanta gets the steal. And they'll skate out to center. Backhanding in. Foot race for the puck. Mesner is going to not beat anybody to the puck. They're going to say it's an icing call. Mesner was definitely in ahead. I wonder if they actually correct that icing call.
Yeah, it doesn't look as if there's going to be a discussion amongst the officiating crew. They're going to bring it on down. Of course, right now they're lobbying the Gladiators are to get that changed. And the linesman checks with the official, and he just says, hey, we're going to go keep it here in this offensive end for Jacksonville.
I'm not mad. I'm just surprised.
No, but I'm with you.
Could be the difference. You never know. Jacksonville unable to win the draw, however. It is the Gladiators skating out to center. Peterson off the boards, safely into the Jacksonville end. Hayden Shaw drives it ahead for Everett Clark, who had a pretty give-and-go goal with his brother Emerson yesterday, the first goal of the game for Jacksonville. Karastolev on the forecheck. Atlanta looks to clear. They cannot yet. Phelan from distance. His shot is deflected. Comes to the left circle. Looking to center right through the crease with Graham Craig. Tried to find a stick along the way. And now the other direction, it's Avery Peterson with a wrister. That is saved by Carlson. Tries to clear. And with the help of Karastolev, they do get it ahead for Clark. Clark on the left wing side for Karastolev. Can't handle the hot pass. And the Gladiators will skate out to the neutral zone. Collins from long range. Carlson immediately looking to play the puck with his stick. Mikhail Bairden style from last year. Not quite to that level, but he had his head up immediately looking for an outlet pass.
Bairden had been above the slot, dangling a little bit.
He would have been. Jacksonville now coming back. Fortier with speed, going wide on thrower. He'll stop and curl at the left wing corner. Cross ice pass deflects to the blue line and over the blue line. Went off the skate of Garrett Ross. And the Iceman will have to regroup, and Baudouin falls down. He was very fortunate. Nice recovery just to get it out of his own zone. Mike Hedden looks to go wide on Corbett, but he gets taken down. Fortier holds it in. Hedden shielding the puck with his body away from Corbett. Fortier knocks it free on his backhand. Turns and fires. It is blocked. Ross with a turnaround shot. That is blocked. Gets it back for Fortier and then for Mingo. Mingo off the boards for Fortier. What a move around a man. Steps in. Forehand. Saved by Willette. Rebound cleared around the wall. Cedarholm pinches in and holds in with the help of Fortier. What a move by Max Fortier. Ross with a wrister. Score! 2-0 Icemen! A quick trigger on that snapshot from Garrett Ross. With a screen in front, he beats Willette high to the stick side. 2:24 to go in the first. And the Icemen on top by a pair.
Garrett Ross nets another one, had the goal yesterday, and now gets the second one here in this game. But boy, that was just good puck possession by the Icemen on that shift. And a lot of it, as you mentioned right before the pass there to Ross, Fortier with some moves. He has got some nifty stick work there. Some great skills there, puck handling, and I was able to get the puck over there to Ross. And Ross able to convert, scoring in the same area that he scored yesterday, Arlie, right there in the slot. Very similar looking shot as well.
Ross's fourth from Max Fortier, who gets the only assist. Offside rather called on Atlanta. Maxime Fortier really setting things up. He almost had a highlight reel, play of the week kind of goal. Stepping around the defender in tight on the left wing side. Had he been able to go top shelf on that one, you would have seen that on the plays of the week without question, but they'll take the goal. First 2-goal lead I think the Icemen have had on home ice all season. They have not had many leads at all on home ice. Of course, this is only their 4th home game as well. Jacksonville bottles things up in the neutral zone. They'll get the puck in the form of Chase Lang. Wing to wing, foot race for the puck. Warren has some pretty good speed for his size, forcing Willette to make a sharp angle save. Rebound for Nesbitt. Nesbitt for Luke Nogard out to center. Bouncing puck there, and it's Warren on it again. Jacksonville just seems to be quicker to the puck today for the most part. Still having a little trouble clearing out of their own zone, but their forechecking is on point today, and they're going to steal the puck again in the offensive zone as I say that. Atlanta now knocks it free. Trying to gain the zone is Luke Nogard. Curls to his forehand side, spins back to the backhand. Tries to go around Phelan. Baudouin knocks it free from him, but Collins holds in. Behind the Jacksonville net, Baudouin first on it. Slick little forehand feed ahead to Korostolev. Three-man rush, Korostolev over the blue line. Solovyev with the steal and clear. Too soft for icing. Cederholm will track it down for the Icemen, using the end boards behind his net for Graham Craig. Mike Hedden trying to find Korostolev with a pass. Mesner is in ahead of him for Atlanta. Final minute of play in the first period. As Atlanta clears in, they will change up. Carlson plays it to the left side for Mingo. D to D for Cederholm on the right wing. Jacob Cederholm looking for Korostolev. Deflects it inside the Atlanta line. Gladiators right back with it in the form of Corbett. Puck bounces high into the air. A couple of men glove it down. Ultimately comes on the stick of Mike Hedden for the Icemen, who started the scoring today for Jacksonville on the power play. 28 seconds to go in the first period. The Icemen with the puck at the right circle in his own zone is Cederholm. Up ahead, was it deflected? Yes, it was. Back behind the Atlanta net. Willette will play it for Thrower. Malatesta circles back inside his line with 12 seconds to go in the period. Malatesta around Warren, chipping it over the blue line of Jacksonville. Lang has it there to the left for Warren. Long outlet pass knocked out of midair by Dante Hanoun, and time will run out. This first period is over, but a sensational opening 20 minutes, Alex, from the Jacksonville Icemen. Out shooting Atlanta 10-7. All the quality chances belong to them. Carlson really didn't have too many testers, and the Icemen, most importantly, actually finish a couple of these opportunities too, and they've got the 2-0 edge.
Yeah, they do, and of course, you heard there in the pregame show from Garrett Ross, who said it this morning at the morning skate. It's important to get that first goal. It's easier to play with the lead than it is, trying to come from behind. So, they go and get the first goal from Hedden, and then who gets the second goal? Garrett Ross. So he's now scored in back-to-back games, and they need that. And two veteran guys, stepping up big right now and getting the job done, getting their teams on the board, and it really just pumps up everybody right now. So we're just 20 minutes through, but they did exactly what they needed to do, got off to a good start, and maintained it. And they really won that period, Harley, without question. Again, like I said, maybe a touch up on a few of the play in their own end, but for the most part, Atlanta never really got organized coming out of their own end either. Iceman very good in the offensive zone, and the result was 2 goals.
One other point that Garrett Ross mentioned that will be a highlight that we'll touch upon in the second period is play a 60-minute game.
Yeah.
Opening 20 was great. Let's see what happens in the middle stanza. We will take a break. When we return, we'll be joined by Icemen President Bob Arablo to talk about this weekend's events off the ice here at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. It's 2-0 Icemen over the Atlanta Gladiators after one period of play. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.tv.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 32nd season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; A&R Sports, official hockey accessory supplier; Athletic.net, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2020 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL. The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider. Geico, official auto insurance of the ECHL. Handbid, the official mobile auction app. Honig's, the official partner of the ECHL officiating team. Howie's Hockey Tape, official hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, official puck provider. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys. Ticket Galaxy, official ticket resale partner. And Warrior, official on-ice equipment provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Instagram, let's get back to the action.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.tv today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff. NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.tv.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
After one period of play, the Jacksonville Icemen with a 2-0 advantage over the Atlanta Gladiators. As good as we have seen the Icemen on home ice so far, but 40 minutes left to go to get the job done in search of their first home victory of the season. Quickly, let's go to the ECHL scoreboard. Arlie Johnson here again with Alex Reed. This is one of 10 games on the ECHL slate tonight, and let's start with a couple of games from around the South Division. It actually involves one team from the Central Division. The Indy Fuel are on a southeast road trip that starts tonight, and it is a brutal one, and they are touching quite a few teams from the South Division. The Fuel are at the South Carolina Stingrays tonight. Through one period of play, they are deadlocked at 1. South Carolina at the moment, the best record in the ECHL, at least in terms of winning percentage. They are 8-1 on the season, and this is only their second home game of the entire year. They've started the year with 8 of their first 9 on the road. It is 1-1. As for Indy's road trip, in South Carolina tonight, in Greenville tomorrow, in Atlanta Sunday, and then it finishes off here in Jacksonville with a game on Wednesday evening, the first ever matchup between the Icemen and Indy Fuel. Elsewhere in the South Division, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits are at the Norfolk Admirals tonight. They are midway through the first period. Greenville is on top. 2-0 is the advantage on the road. Norfolk really struggling right now at 2 wins, 8 losses, and 3 overtime losses for the Admirals. All other games tonight are outside the South Division. We'll get you caught up real quick. The highlight and marquee matchup, without question, is all the way up in St. John's, Newfoundland this evening. It is a rematch of last year's Kelly Cup Finals. The Newfoundland Growlers hosting the Toledo Walleye. Newfoundland took that final last year in 5 games over Toledo, and right now they're taking tonight's game as well, but it is still in the balance. Just 3 minutes to go in the game there, and as I speak, the Toledo Walleye have just tied the game. It's a 3-3 contest. They just scored as I was explaining that. 3-3, Newfoundland and Toledo knotted up. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Elsewhere around the docket, the Adirondack Thunder are hosting the Reading Royals. It's a 1-0 lead for the Thunder after 1 period of play. The Utah Grizzlies traveling east all the way to Wheeling, West Virginia. Interesting matchup there between Utah and Wheeling. The Nailers have a 1-0 lead in West Virginia after 1 period of play. From Portland, Maine, it's the Maine Mariners with a 2-0 advantage over the Brampton Beast. All other games yet to have started. The Wichita Thunder are hosting the Idaho Steelheads tonight. It's the Kalamazoo Wings at the Fort Wayne Comets, and the Tulsa Oilers are hosting the Rapid City Rush. We will take another break and return in just a moment. Alex Reed and I will talk a little bit more about the first period, break down the second period ahead as well. It's 2-0 Icemen after 1. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. And catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
Back in downtown Jacksonville, the Publix rink at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Along with Alex Reed, Arlie Johnson with you on Mixler and ECHL.TV. It's a 2-0 lead for the Icemen. Power play goal from Mike Hedden, from Hayden Shaw and Max Fortier at 13:23. And then Garrett Ross extending the lead, his 4th of the year, from Fortier once again, his 2nd point of the night at 17:36. Alex, that's about as perfect a period as we've seen on home ice. I got to think that the only period that maybe would be better, I can only think of a couple. First period this past weekend at Florida, and I believe the second period in Fort Wayne. I want to say, was it the first night when they ended up losing in a shootout? I want to say that that was the case. But other than that, not many periods like we just saw there. That was a thing of beauty.
It was. I mean, it was complete. It was consistent. And it was kind of a simple, they didn't try to do anything too crazy there. They set up their chances through hard work. And the forecheck, as you mentioned, I thought was really key there as well. So you're right. Out of all the periods we've seen, that one was pretty good. And again, you can go back to last Saturday there in Fort Myer or in Estero to see another good period. And the Fort Wayne one was good when the goals were plenty. I think they had 4 goals in that period. So you're right, Arlie. If you had to rank the periods, that one's right in the top 3 for sure. And again, can they do it on a consistent basis throughout a game? And if they do that, I mean, they're going to be tough to play against moving forward.
No doubt about it. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here. I mean, there's only one period gone by here. But if things snowball, little things can create really big things at some point. The Icemen have an opportunity here. This is game 2 of a 4-game homestand. They haven't been at home ice really all season long until yesterday.
Yeah.
Valiant effort yesterday. I thought they played very well. They just didn't get the result. I would say the same thing for opening night here. Had the effort, just didn't get the result. They got 1 point out of that one instead of the victory. But 3 home games in a row. You've got Orlando tomorrow. You've got Indy on Wednesday. Find a way to win here. Find a way to take care of home ice. They were so good on home ice last season. Get a quick little winning streak. The next thing you know, you're right there, just about at 500. You're 1 game under 500. You're feeling good about yourselves. You've got your feet grounded once again. You can start practicing on this rink, which they have not done all season long. I mean, a lot of things that the fans wouldn't even think about are happening, have been happening to the Icemen in the early part of the season, and it's just not so easy sometimes.
It's not. And again, it's one of those things where you get some momentum going. It's all about getting momentum, but it's very early in the year, Arlie, and the Icemen are still very much in the mix, but you don't want to fall too far behind. So, and I mean that in the standings as well. So, you just want to keep pace in these division games. They're 4-point swings. If you can get them done in regulation, you really gain some ground while your opponent gains nothing and actually falls a little bit behind. So, you got to take advantage, and you got to protect your home ice. And it hasn't really felt like home for this team. One, because it's just the 4th home game they've had all year. But as you mentioned, some of the things that maybe some people really don't realize, this team has not even practiced here that much. Very, very little. They've been over there at the Jax Ice Sportsplex, and that's kind of been their home. And again, everyone's like, well, is it really that important? Well, yeah, because, it's a different ice. All ice is different. Each building has different conditions that makes the ice either quicker, faster, or just has that overall feel. And then all the little nuances, bounces off the boards, the little touches there. You can design plays off little bounces off the boards. I believe Atlanta did that in the first game back on the 30th of October. Their first goal, that was a design play. That was something that they noticed in the morning skate. Oh, wow, we could utilize this, and it actually led to their first goal in that game. Little deflection came right to the puck or to the left side of the crease. They put it in. So just getting that, and also the camaraderie in a room. The locker room is kind of like a home for the players, and it's a place that they can go hang out even after the practice and come in early and just relax, watch some TV, while you're getting treatment. You want to have that settled feeling, and the team's been kind of living out of a truck, delivery truck with the equipment going back and forth. They've just been a little discombobulated early, and again, that's going to settle down as we progress here, Arlie. It's just that the building here just has a lot of other shows and other events in the building, and once the Icemen start playing the meat of that schedule, it's going to start to settle down, and it'll be no place like home, as they say in the movies. So.
No doubt about it. And, the Icemen seem to have settled down so far, but there's a long way to go. The Icemen in their home blue uniforms, the aviator blue, man, I love these threads.
I do too.
With the dark blue trim, the white numerals for Atlanta. They are in gold with blue, dark and light blue, but kind of two different shades of blue than the Icemen have. Puck is down. Jacksonville controls. They skate from right to left here in this second period. Fortier to the blue line, no further, but it's held in by Jacksonville. Hedden got a piece of it and tapped it behind the Atlanta net, and now he gets the steal on the forecheck. Centering feed goes all the way to the blue line for Hayden Shaw, left circle, throws it into the slot, goes all the way to the opposite corner for Hedden. Hedden behind the net for Garrett Ross. Those are the players who have the 2 goals tonight for the Icemen. Both of them behind the Atlanta net, trying to keep the play moving. Hedden got a piece of it. With the help of Fortier, they hold it in the zone. Puck bounces high into the air. Ross for Hedden, moving for Fortier. Score! 3-0 Icemen! A bouncing puck spinning like a top the whole way. Somehow the Icemen were able to handle it. And Martin Ouellette overcommitted on what he thought was going to be a shot from Mike Hedden. As soon as the pass came across to Fortier, wide open net, 3-0 Jacksonville.
Yeah, that puck came across. I thought it took too long to get over there, but it did. It got past. Oh, the defenseman whiffed as well. One of the defensemen for Atlanta was trying to smack it out of there, and it went under his stick, and he whiffed, and that allowed it to kind of just slowly roll over to Fortier, and he banged it home on the wide open net. But a little bit over commitment there by Ouellette, and the defenseman trying to make he slipped and fell down to try to block the pass. He had a good chance to clear it, just whipped on the opportunity, and the puck just kind of wandered to the tape there of Fortier, who easy goal there for him.
Fortier with the goal for Jacksonville, his second of the season, assisting Mike Hedden and Garrett Ross. Man, this line has been on fire tonight. Fortier with a goal and 2 assists now. Ross and Hedden a goal and an apple each. And Jacksonville's looking for more. Rister from the point. It goes wide to the short side, held in by Lynch to the left point for Mingo. Puck squirts free. It belongs to the Gladiators. Nesbitt through the neutral zone on the left wing. 4 hands in. Carlson will take it behind the net. Around the wall, Nesbitt keeps in. Warren got a piece of it, knocks it free for Lang. Lang can't clear yet. Mingo will give it a try. He's pinned up against the wall in the corner near side. Atlanta digs it loose. It's Nesbitt. Rister in a screen. Goes wide, and it caroms off the glass and all the way out to the Atlanta end. The Icemen will get a line change here on the fly. It's a long change in the second period for both clubs, so you have to be extra careful on those line changes, but they were there. The Icemen now track down a loose puck. In his own end, it's Graham Craig. Drifting behind his own net and stopping right there, waiting to regroup. Korostolev skates by. Graham keeps possession. Right up the middle. Feeding to the right now for Korostolev, who chips and chases. He didn't get to the red line, they're going to say. So icing called against Jacksonville. Just over 2 minutes gone by in this second period. The Icemen have increased their lead now to 3-0 on Max Fortier's second of the season. Fortier, Ross, and Hedden all with a goal, all with at least 1 assist. Hayden Shaw, the only other player who has a point tonight for Jacksonville. He had a primary assist on the first goal on the power play from Hedden. Faceoff is to Adam Carlson's left. Jacksonville wins the faceoff. It's Phelan. Cross ice look for Mingo. Takes it over the blue line and handled that pass very well. It was caught in his skates, but he still brings it into the zone. Korostolev spins around, looks for Phelan. Turnaround shot, it goes wide. Comes off the end boards for Baudouin, who pinches in from the line to hold the zone. Gladiators look to clear, and they do, but it's going to be icing in the process. We'll bring it into the Atlanta zone. They'll have to keep their 5 skaters on the ice while Jacksonville gets a fresh set of skates. And here comes that line again of Ross, Hedden, and Fortier. Man, if they can keep this thing going, you are talking about a lethal trio out there. And they all kind of bring different things to the table also.
Oh, they do. They're good mix of players, and at least it's paying off right now. And again, he's been shaking up the lines, Coach Christie has, just trying to find something that works. When your lineup's changing, you got to find that chemistry. I think he might have clicked on something right here. Sometimes it just takes some time to find a little bit of what can work and what doesn't.
Jacksonville has it in the zone once again. It's Fortier. Down low for Hedden. Centering feed went just off his skate, and it's cleared away. Icing again, unless it's on net, but it will be on net. So we will play on. Atlanta trying to get a quick line change. Craig headmans it for Hedden. Fortier with a touch pass for Ross. Deflects it to the blue line, no further. Jacksonville gets it right back at center. Baudouin for Fortier. He is double teamed. He'll chip it off the glass to himself. His pass is deflected. Man, he's got some kind of skill.
He does.
Shaw around the wall. From near to far side. Hedden couldn't get a piece of it. We've got a whistle. What's the call here? Is it offside? Maybe a delayed offside that was whistled? A subtle little thing from Max Fortier, but he had a backhand shovel, indirect pass to himself off the glass to perfection.
Yeah, it was. It just a little. It wasn't flashy. Maybe it didn't stand out to everybody, but just the little things that he brings to the table. You're right. It was just, I mean, and on the backhand, no less, to flip it exactly where he needed to over the stick and get around him. And it just like again, it was just a complete pass to himself there. And again, the stick work he had that led to the first goal allowed the possession to continue. He is really putting on a display here with his stick handling today.
He had a great portion of the season last year with the Icemen. He was an integral part of Jacksonville's playoff run and was excellent during the playoffs as well. As Jacksonville carries in again. 2-on-1, Lang with a wrister. Oh, that's snatched out of the air with a glove. Willett with a brilliant glove save there, but another fantastic rush from Jacksonville as Chase Lang was looking for his team-leading 6th goal of the season.
And this is the other line that I like. You know, the Lang and Lynch, they didn't have the greatest game last night or yesterday, but they were playing really well, especially up in Florida, or down in Florida, I should say, and into the game there against Orlando. And now you add Warren into the mix. I like Warren, pegged in here. I think this is going to be an exciting line to watch there as well as the night goes on.
Atlanta wins the faceoff. They bring it into the Icemen zone. Warren taps it away from one man. Not out yet, but he has it in possession still. Feeds it to Glover. Glover drives it up the right wing side. Loose in the neutral zone. A battle for it there. Lynch is involved along with Lang. With the help of Warren, all three of them do some good work there just to bring it into the zone and get a line change. Gladiators with plenty of time to bring it out to center ice, but they lose the handle there. Karastelev touch pass 2-on-1, but the pass was behind Everett Clark from Phelan. Clark would have walked in all alone had that pass been on the tape. Atlanta clearing it around the wall, not out yet. Held in by Karastelev for Phelan. Phelan for Everett Clark. Good look to Mingo, left point. Slap shot goes just wide. He was looking for a stick along the way in Karastelev. The Icemen keep it in the zone for now. Still in the zone. They're going to call it onside. Clark behind the Atlanta net. Willett will play it for Josh Thrower. Of course, Thrower's brother, Dalton Thrower, a member of the Jacksonville Icemen, but we have not seen him yet. He's been on the injured reserve list all season. But hopefully, in the not too distant future, we may see Thrower versus Thrower in a South Division matchup.
And will the two brothers throw punches at one another?
I've
been
like
holding
that.
on to that one for a little bit. I won't lie. But it could be soon because Dalton Thrower, he is skating again. It's just his conditioning right now. They just got to get up to games because he's been out for so long. So we'll see. Could happen soon, Arlie.
Well, let's hope so. He's an integral part of this team that has not been seen yet. But he is as steady a defenseman as they come. He's a, veteran guy, not by rule, but, he's played a bunch of years in the ECHL, most recently with the Allen Americans prior to joining the Icemen this season. Puck is up in the air in center ice. Fortier gloves it down and brings it to the Atlanta blue line. Atlanta drives it right back out for an icing. And the Gladiators, you can tell they're really on their heels right now. A lot of icing calls in this second period. A very choppy second period. It's been all Jacksonville again with one more goal, a pair of other 2-on-1s that didn't capitalize. You could be looking at 4 or 5-0 here.
Yeah, that last chance there, the Karastelev, it was a quick little 2-on-1 developed. Hit Clark in the skate, hits him on the stick. You're right, Arlie. He had a good chance earlier. Who knows what would have happened there? Again, the momentum right now is in favor of Jacksonville. They've carried over that momentum from the first here to the early part of the second.
And looking for more as the puck is in the Gladiator zone. Along the far side wall, Gladiators look to clear. Can't do it yet. They get a piece of the puck, but Fortier holds it in the zone. Fortier taps it away from one man, knocked loose by Atlanta. It comes free to center. Craig indirectly off the boards for Hedden. Back in the zone come the Icemen. Hedden for Fortier. Behind the net, between the legs pass to Hedden from behind, who could not get a shot away. Atlanta chips off glass. Craig got a piece of it with his leg, but couldn't hold it in. Atlanta drives it back out into Jacksonville territory. Baudouin, long outlet pass, redirected in by Hedden. Icing will be called. Hedden was not at center ice. And this time it's Jacksonville who has to keep the same 5 out on the ice with 14:06 to go in the second period.
Yeah, Hedden not pleased with the call here on the icing. He was right there at the red line, and I think, I don't think his skate was there at the red line, but it looked as if the stick was across simultaneously there, but it's a close call. But it's going to be an icing here, and that's why he's lobbing to get it the other way, but he's back out on the ice as a result of the icing.
Yeah, and icing calls in hockey are very similar to what used to be the neighborhood play at second base in baseball. They don't let you get away with it anymore in baseball, but they do let you get away with it in hockey often. So that is not called very often in that particular situation. We've got a save by Carlson. Exactly 6 minutes gone by in the second period. He'll take the face-off. We'll take this break with everybody else on the ice. Jacksonville has increased their lead. It's 3-0 Icemen. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Face off to the left side of Adam Carlson, along with Alex Reed. Arlie Johnson with you on the call of tonight's game. The Jacksonville Icemen leading 3-0 in this second period. Penalty coming on Atlanta. It's a high stick in the offensive zone. They're going to call it hooking instead. And it should be a power play for Jacksonville. Logan Nelson heading into the box. And a power play for Jacksonville, looking to try and bury Atlanta early in this game. And there's winning is one thing, but the way the Icemen have been struggling, they can not only use a win, they could use this kind of win to really just beat somebody down. You know, with all due respect to anybody, you want to step on people's throats, and you know, you get an opportunity to do that, you take advantage of it. You feel awful good about yourself, not just tonight, but rolling into the next game.
Yeah, they need something big, a game such as this to get them back on track in that regard. Because you look at both wins; they were 1-goal wins, and you'll take them, no doubt about it. But just to really get the guys' confidence level up is going to be key here, since they've been struggling as of late.
Icemen win the draw. Still on the man advantage, just getting started. Mike Hedden at the top of the left circle. Shaw with a one-timer. Save is made. Rebound. Score! Chase Lang makes it 4-0 Jacksonville. It only took 18 seconds on this power play, and the Icemen are pouring it on here in Jacksonville.
Well, shot from the point, and Ouellette made the initial save. And I think he thought he had it underneath the pad, but it kind of trickled to his backside, and Lang was right there. That's where Lang gets a lot of his goals. He gets in front of the net, and he's not scared to go to the dirty areas, as they say. But he's right there, saw that the puck bounced out, and it was jammed on home by Lang just behind Ouellette. Ouellette kind of froze up there. I think he thought it was under that pad, and it just bounced in front, and Lang just shoved it in behind him.
I will say, give some credit to the referee, Cameron Fleming, for not blowing the whistle as well, because truthfully, I lost sight of the puck for a half second or so there. Apparently he did not, and the Icemen now, not only are they getting healthy with goals in general, but their power play is getting a lot healthier too.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on the power play. How about that? That's, Jacksonville, of course, we know the first 2 seasons of the team here, and each of the past 2 years, they've been dead last in the power play, and they were starting for a while to kind of sink back down towards the bottom again. But as you mentioned, jumped up about 5 or 6 spots after yesterday's power play goal. And 2 here tonight. That's 3 this week, Arlie.
And they only had 3 all season before yesterday. And here come the Icemen again. Phelan, right circle. Looks for a trailer. He'll have to leave it for Clark instead. To the right point for Cedarholm. Cedarholm behind the net for Phelan. Couldn't quite get it. It'll come around to the near side wall. Malatesta drops it down low for Soloviev. Soloviev gives it up. Jacksonville keeps it in the zone, but a couple of Icemen players collide, and hopefully Phelan is okay. He is slow to go to the benches. Atlanta gets it into the zone. Wrist shot is blocked. Rebound comes for Clark. Shovels it out to center ice cleanly. And Atlanta takes over at the red line. Curious to see how James Phelan is doing as the Icemen get the puck at their own blue line. Warren leads the charge for the Icemen. By himself for the moment. He's just going to drop back into his own zone. Nothing was developing offensively there. It's a smart, heady play. Craig for Lang. Over the blue line. He'll chip and chase, and he'll get to the puck first to the left of... And it's a score! Off the skate and in from behind the goal line. Another one for Chase Lang. 5-0 Icemen.
Yeah, Lang got it to the net. And, they say get it to the net, good things can happen, and Lang did just that. It's possible that Warren might have got a piece of it there, but you'll see if it goes off the skate and in. But Lang goes into the corner and...
Oh, I think he did get a piece.
Yeah,
I think Brendan Warren did get a piece of that one.
Yeah, Warren did right with the stick, and that brought it in. So we'll see how they score this one, Arlie.
They will give it to Brendan Warren. The assist to Chase Lang this time. For Warren, his second goal as a pro, the University of Michigan product. His first game on home ice here in Jacksonville. And he's given the fans something to really cheer about. Here is Matt Schultz again.
Was scored by number 41, Brendan Warren. His second of the season. Assisted by number 11, Chase Lang. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 45 seconds, second period. Again, Warren from Lang at 7:45, second period. Now
and a goaltender change after that as well. Sean Bonner onto the ice for Atlanta. I was very surprised he did not start today's game after Willett started yesterday. But he's had more than his share of success against Jacksonville over the last couple of years, so I was not complaining at all. He is in net now for Atlanta, but it's 5-0 Jacksonville already.
Yeah, just a tough night there for Willett, but he's a guy that, if you're an Atlanta fan, you got to be pleased to have on your roster. He gives you a chance to win every night.
And a great save from Carlson as Atlanta had their best chance of the night, and we've got sticks up high after the whistle. Jacksonville couldn't clear the puck away from the slot. Atlanta got a turnaround shot on net, but Carlson up to the task. And he's not been called upon often tonight, but when he's been needed, he has answered the bell.
Yeah, that was a close range shot from a good shooting area there, and he was able to make the stop there. Kind of fumbled a little bit, but covered it up nicely. And what I was saying about Willett, a guy that for the Icemen to put 5 goals on him, it doesn't happen very often. Again, Willett, a very steady goaltender. Usually when you put him in, he's going to give you a chance to win the hockey game. Tonight, just one of those nights that goalies will have, and one that he's going to want to soon forget about. Just didn't get a lot of help either, but there's some he probably could have stopped, but he'll get back on track soon. But now Sean Bonner will take over here for the rest of the way for Atlanta.
Jacksonville out shooting Atlanta 15-9, but where it really counts, they are just hammering them right now. 5-0 is the lead for Jacksonville. We're not even halfway through this hockey game. The Icemen get the puck out to center ice. Atlanta clears back in. We'll see if the Gladiators get a little bit of a spark from the goaltender change. I also expected the goaltender change to happen 1 goal earlier as the Icemen have a 3-on-2. It's Ross, right circle, looking for Glover, and a great save. Rebound comes up high for Atlanta. Bonner immediately making an impact with a left pad save. In transition, it's Atlanta. Centering feed, deflected right back to the Icemen as Glover, the blue line defenseman, had a great chance for a goal. Now it's Atlanta with a slap shot. That's deflected behind the net. Now Atesta leaves it for Nelson, still behind the Jacksonville cage. Centering feed, knocked away. Vandergunst looks to clear, unable to do so. Soloviev for Nelson. For Soloviev again at the left point. Defending is Vandergunst. Soloviev walks the line, got a shot away and a screen, and Carlson got a piece of it with the glove. Rebound is cleared out of the zone by Mingo. 9:54 to go in the second period. It is 5-0 Jacksonville. All Icemen tonight as the puck is in the Icemen zone. Bottled up on the near side wall. Mingo digs it free for Jacksonville. Can't clear yet. Malatesta holds in. Penalty is coming as Jacksonville gets the touch, and it will be a power play for the Gladiators on a hooking call to Jack Glover, who just missed what I think would have been only his second goal as a pro. Only had one goal all last year. That's not his game, but he really stepped up into the play that time and got a good low shot away. Bonner flashing out the left leg with the save.
Yeah, that was a patient setup there for Jacksonville. They waited for Glover, and he had the whole ice to work with. Got a great shot off. I mean, it was just a fantastic kick stop there by Bonner, kept it out. And Glover right now picking up the penalty here as Atlanta starting to get a load of momentum. The best offensive momentum we've seen from them in quite some time on that last shift. But I think Glover was on the tail end of a shift there, a long shift. He was having a tough time getting off because of the good, offensive pressure being applied by Atlanta. And that was just kind of a fatigue penalty right there.
So Jacksonville is shorthanded. Atlanta is 0 for 1 on the power play so far. And the Icemen clear at 200 feet off the face-off to start this man advantage for Atlanta. Gladiators slide it into the zone, left wing side. An elbow got up high on a Jacksonville penalty killer. Now it's Warren who gets tripped up. No call there either. Mingo can't clear. It's Bly holding it in. Softly for Mesner at the left point. Mesner into the slot, backhander and a score. Carlson wasn't ready for that shot, and the goal is going to go to Luke Nogard. Power play goal for the Gladiators, and they are on the board. It's 5-1.
Well, Luke Nogard, a guy very much like Chase Lang. He's always finds himself in front of the net, gets a lot of his goals right there, and that one set up that time by the veteran Nesbitt, who now extends his point scoring streak to 6 points with that assist. But Nogard right there in front of the net, caught it, and a little backhand flip. And the Gladiators get a little beam of light right there from Luke Nogard.
Yeah, and I think Carlson was caught off guard at Nogard attempting to shoot because he was on his backhand. I think he was anticipating a pass to the right circle. Nogard did have a man open had he chosen to make the backhand feed, but he went with a shot, and I think that really fooled Carlson. Back to play. The puck is in the Atlanta zone, but the Gladiators have it. Corbett on the left wing side gives it up. A steal from Jacksonville. The forechecking again is fantastic today. It's Clark walking in. Shot towards goal is deflected softly on net. Bonner makes the save. And Atlanta gets to the loose puck. They'll drive it off the boards and safely out to center. Mesner and Bly assist on Nogard's third of the year at exactly 11 minutes of the second period. 5-1 Jacksonville. Still very much in control of this game, but you want to do the job all the way through and complete it. Solid 60-minute game. You don't want to give Atlanta any kind of life. As the Icemen have the puck deep in their own zone. Atlanta's in the middle of a line change, delayed offside, so the Icemen have plenty of time to get out of their own end. Fort J, great deke around a man over the blue line on the left wing side. Centering feed, deflected away. It almost deflected right towards the goal line, but the Gladiators skated away. Nesbitt from center ice can't clear into the zone. It's loose at center for Jacksonville. Ross is over the blue line, gives it up to Atlanta. They'll skate 2-on-2. Nesbitt with Bly. Glover defends on Nesbitt. A roller all the way down to Carlson, who will scoop it up with the glove and take the faceoff. Still not sure, Alex, maybe you can help me out here a little bit. That puck was frozen by Adam Carlson on a shot that came from outside the blue line. I know we talked about this once about NHL rules now would allow Atlanta to have that faceoff on either side of the ice, their choice. I'm not sure if that's the case here or not. Something I got to, at some point, ask Smurf about and see if they get the option there.
Yeah, I think the rule is, you can decide where the draw, after an icing, I believe, you can decide which side or which side that faceoff should come from.
Icing for sure, too, as well. Both of them, I think.
Yeah, I know for that one. But, on that situation, I'm not certain. We should ask, the director of officiating is in the building, Stephen Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Let's find him.
We'll go ask him during the intermission.
That's a great idea. Yeah, let's do that. Jacksonville does clear the puck out of the zone. The Gladiators with it at center ice. Soloviev gives it up to Cederholm. Tries to find Lang. It's just out of his reach. It might have been a 2-on-1 again. Atlanta's really breaking down defensively. I'm sure part of that is just trying to take some chances. But I think part of it is, well, they're just flat out breaking down. Just not playing their kind of game. This is not a Gladiator style of game. Usually they know how to pack it in. They're a pretty sound hockey club. Jacksonville again with it, 2-on-2, maybe 3-on-2 as a man steps onto the ice in the form of Karostalev. Wraparound attempt from Phelan, but it jumped off the toe of his stick. And Atlanta skates it away, brings it out to center ice. Clark gets a piece of it there, and here come the Icemen again. Phelan dropping it for Clark. Karostalev tries to glove it onto his stick, and he does. For Clark at the right circle. Good look to Craig. High slot, slap shot deflects on net, and the save is made by Bonner. I think Phelan got a piece of it along the way. And the draw will come into the Atlanta zone. 6:23 to go. And the Icemen not satisfied with 5 goals.
And this is something the coaching staff for the Icemen want to see more out of Graham Craig. He's not an offensive guy, more of a defensive stay-at-home guy, but they do like his shot. And when he gets time to tee it off, they'd like to see him do so. And he did so right there. Then a little bit of a deflection kind of made that puck a little bit of a hot potato there for Bonner. But it's good to see how the Icemen are responding following the goal by Atlanta. Again, sometimes it gives the team a little bit extra life. And looking at the scoring, Arlie, on that goal, Nick Bly, the good news about it is it was Nick Bly getting an assist.
Yes, I'll take it.
Only got an assist on that one.
I will take it. He's been lethal against the Icemen for about a season's worth of play, carrying over to last year.
Yeah.
And remember, he didn't even start last season with Atlanta either. He was a late addition.
11 goals.
Yeah, just tore it up against Jacksonville. Here are the Icemen, centering pass, looking for Fortier. He was open in the slot, couldn't get a piece of it. A wrister from distance, that's deflected high off glass. It stays in play. Atlanta gets to the puck. Good outlet pass, but a penalty coming up behind the play. And I believe this is going to be on the Gladiators. Cross-checking is the call. We will take a break. The Icemen on the power play. When we come back, they're already 2 for 2 with the man advantage tonight. It's 5-1 Icemen. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
Power play number 3 for the Icemen tonight. They're already 2 for 2. Somebody on Mixler. Triple not. Going one more PPG? Well, perhaps. Let's find out. It's Atlanta skating with the puck shorthanded. Delayed offside. They elect not to touch it up. I think it would have been an intentional one had they touched it. So they'll just allow the Icemen to take over deep in their own territory. It's Karostalev right up the middle, feeding to the left for Warren. Offside called there just by a hair. I think it was the right call, but had they let it go, Warren and Karostalev may have walked in alone on Bonner. They just have the legs tonight. Atlanta a little groggy out there still. I would have thought that yesterday that would have been the issue for either team. That was not the case with the 10:30 a.m. start yesterday.
Well, and that's not a good sign for Atlanta if they are groggy and a little, fatigued, because they're playing in the midst of a 4-on-4. I've never even seen or heard anything like that before, but they still got 2 more games. Fortunately for them, both of those are at home against Florida and Indy.
Yeah, that's crazy. As Mingo gets a drive, that was blocked in front. Might have hit his own man, in fact, in Phelan, but Jacksonville keeps the possession. Mingo left point, cross ice for Karostalev. Snapshot, blocked in front. Bonner may have gotten a piece of it along the way. Phelan bringing it back to Karostalev at the right circle. Going cross ice, good seam pass. Baudouin with a wrist shot. That is blocked. He gets it right back. Great puck possession here from the Icemen. Mingo for Karostalev, dropping it back for Mingo again. Cross ice, Baudouin with a shot. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Atlanta trying to clear it out, and Forney will do so, clearing it the length of the ice, but Jacksonville had some fantastic puck possession in the zone there and a couple of good opportunities. Now Carlson drills a man, and we'll play on. Man down for Atlanta, and it's a breakaway for the Icemen. Lang in alone. Backhander couldn't get the shot away. Gets it back, throws it in front. Shot, score! Maxime Fortier, power play goal! 6-1 Icemen. Triple not? The answer is yes.
Oh boy, what a sequence of events there. What about the hit on Carlson, put on the Atlanta player, going in heavy on the forecheck, then springboarded the chance for Lang the other way. He peeled it back across the ice, and catching up with it was Fortier. And boy, just threw that one just above the glove of Bonner, who was kind of sliding across the crease. And right now, a little bit of a discussion down there on the ice following the big hit by the goaltender to kind of springboard everything the other way.
So Lang, the only assist for the time being. I wonder if they'll add a secondary one, as Max Fortier has a second goal of the night, his 4th point of the night as well, and the Icemen are pouring it on. Here's Matt Schultz once more.
Was scored on the power play by number 29, Maxime Fortier. His 3rd of the season, assisted by number 11, Chase Lang. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 46 seconds, second period. Again, 48 from Lang on the power play at 15:46, second period.
Smiles all over the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena tonight. And plenty more hockey to go. A penalty coming here on the Icemen. It is Chase Lang into the box. Lang getting an assist, so he has a goal and 2 assists tonight. Point night here at the arena, and hopefully more to come, but the Icemen are shorthanded here. Atlanta did just score their only goal of the night on the power play just a few minutes ago. Gladiators win this face-off. Wrist shot is blocked in front. Atlanta gets it back. Another shot is blocked by Graham Craig, and he felt that one. He is still down on one knee, having a very hard time getting up. He is on his feet, but he is in a lot of duress. Atlanta with a wrist shot. Save made by Carlson. Got enough with the right arm. Rebound for the Gladiators. Hanoun centering feed is deflected by Jacksonville. I think that took away a shot opportunity for Corbett. Corbett now gets a snapshot away, but that is denied by Carlson, and he will freeze it and allow Graham Craig to slowly make his way towards the bench for a line change. He is definitely in a pretty good amount of pain as he slowly makes his way to the bench, gets a nice tap on the helmet from Jack Glover in the process.
Yeah, that was I mean, that's just what you see at the penalty killers. You're a different type of breed right there, blocking those shots, and that one definitely a stinger. And it's good that the Iceman got that cover up there by Carlson. It allowed him to get off the ice and have a little bit more of a guy that could maneuver a little bit more quickly right now. We hope Craig's all right. Seems to be all right. That's just going to let the pain, initial pain part die off.
Yeah, it could just be a stinger. Atlanta with a shot towards goal, blocked in front. Rebound goes just wide to the short side. Mingo tries to tap it away from Nesbitt, can't get it out. Nesbitt holds in at the near side half wall. On his forehand, head up looking for an opening. Garrett Ross penalty killing in on him. Nesbitt all the way to the top of the right circle now for Avery Peterson. Nesbitt once more, wrister and a screen is deflected wide by Nogard. Behind the net, penalty coming again on Jacksonville. They're going to be down 2 men here on a slashing call against the Icemen. A 5-on-3 power play for Atlanta for a minute 1. It's going to be Jacob Cederholm, I think, going into the box this time. And Jacksonville, even though the lead is all nice and good, you don't want to get loose right now.
No, certainly not. And right now, this is a prime and really a golden opportunity for Atlanta to get back in the hockey game here. If they want to get back into it, I mean, they need to come away with at least 1 power play goal here. 2 would be good for them here since it is a 2-man advantage if they can do it quickly enough and make it a little bit more manageable with 3-goal deficit, heading into the third. We'll see how it plays out.
Slap shot snatched by Carlson on the drive from Cody Corbett. A low slapper near side. Carlson makes the glove save. The lone penalty killer for the Icemen, Everett Clark. Your defenseman, Hayden Shaw and Jack Glover. Draws to Carlson's left. Logan Nelson takes it, but Clark wins it, and he'll clear it the length of the ice. Critical face-off there, and Clark does the job. Atlanta will have to regroup. Long outlet pass. Easily into the zone is Marchand. Glover takes him into the wall. Centering feed. Atlanta holds onto it. Hanoun drop pass. All alone is Nelson, and he will score. A 5-on-3 power play goal for Logan Nelson. 2:39 to go in the second period. It's now a 6-2 hockey game, and the Gladiators stay on the power play as well.
Yeah, he will, and that's exactly what I was talking about. They need to try to score before that first penalty came to a close. A 5-on-3, very tough to really defend, and especially the defenseman backing up a little bit, and that's exactly what Atlanta wanted. Another clean shot there from the low slot from a close range and a good shooting area. So now this is where you got to tighten up. You almost think, okay, they were going to get 1. can't allow them to surrender here. 2 goals, again, and give them some life heading back in. So this is a big part of the penalty kill. The second half of this will be big.
Yeah, time to tighten up, and there's a lot of time left on this power play as well. 1:32 on a rolling clock. The Gladiators have the puck circling the back of their own net. It's Mesner to the right side for Nesbitt. He'll snap it around the boards behind the net of Carlson. Jacksonville is first on the puck. They'll slap it around the wall and out off the stick of Mike Hedden. Mesner will track it down to the right of his netminder, Sean Bonner, who came in relief earlier in this second period. Mesner accelerating through the neutral zone. He'll chip it off the boards and chase after it himself. To the near side wall, Phelan is going to be first on it. And he'll slide it to an open wing all the way down behind the Gladiator cage. 57 seconds to go on this power play. Jacksonville gets a line change for their penalty killers. It's Chase Lang and Bobby Lynch out there. Lynch forechecking in the Atlanta zone. The Gladiators get it to center ice. Tapped away by Lang. Bouncing puck onside, but Jacksonville has possession. Lang drives it around the boards, not out. Nelson holds in, and Atlanta sets up. Nelson to the right circle for Corbett. Moving in on him is Shaw. Corbett will try Hanoun at the far boards. Malatesta for Marchant. Lost the handle. Comes back to Corbett. Centering feed. He had the right idea, but the pass went behind Nelson. Atlanta still has it. 18 seconds to go on the power play. It's Marchant down low. Shot is deflected, and it goes wide. Getting a piece of it was Carlson as well. Comes to Lang. Off the boards, not out. Hanoun holds it in. Malatesta winds and fires. Glove save by Carlson. Saw it all the way, but a great save just the same from 45 feet out. 4 seconds left on the power play. 1:04 to go in the second period. And it looks like Jacksonville will kill off the second of these 2 penalties. Still a little work to do. Face-off win would certainly do a lot of good here.
Yeah, it would. And remember that save there by Carlson, because, again, you know, that's a shot with a little bit of traffic in front there as well. That one goes in. Again, the momentum fully now in Atlanta's favor, and would have made it a 3-goal game. We talked about, you know, still down, but you know, gives them life going into the break there, and a little bit more manageable of a situation. That was a big save, and Iceman getting the job done.
Jacksonville wins the draw, and they'll skate into the offensive zone with it. Graham Craig actually leading the rush, the blue line defenseman. He'll keep it in, leaving it for Mike Hedden, right wing circle. Hedden to the blue line. It goes off a skate and trickles into the Jacksonville zone. 44 seconds to go in the period. We're going to keep it with you here when this period ends, because we'll have our special guest, Bob Arablo, in just a little bit, so we will not go to a commercial break. We'll stay here as the Gladiators are trying to pressure in the offensive zone. It's behind the Jacksonville net. Getting a piece of it is Garrett Ross. He cannot dislodge the puck. 24 seconds to go in the second period. Baudouin tries to knock it free, and he does pry it loose for himself and starts a 3-man rush. It's Baudouin for Hedden. Hedden over the blue line. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Baudouin with a wrister. Save made by Bonner, and he will freeze it for a faceoff with 9.3 seconds to go in the second period. Jacksonville on top 6-2, taking out a lot of this season's frustrations out on the Atlanta Gladiators in these opening 40 minutes. And maybe one last chance here in the closing seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to win the face-off here, but they got plenty of time to set up a play and a shot or two, and we'll see what happens. But all going to start with this draw right now here in the offensive zone, as you mentioned, just 9.3 to go.
Draws to Bonner's left. Clark against his opposing numerical partner in Derek Nesbitt. Atlanta wins the draw. They'll bring it out to center ice. That should just about do it. 4 seconds to go. Korostolev skates into his own zone as time expires. Second period comes to a close. Shots on net in the second. Jacksonville 12, Atlanta with 11. Total shots, the Icemen with 23, Atlanta with 18. And on the board, it is a 6-2 advantage for the Icemen. What a night for Max Fortier, Chase Lang, Garrett Ross, Mike Hedden, and others. Multi-point nights across the board for the Icemen as they are on top by 4. And again, rather than going to break, we're going to keep it right here because we've got the president of the Jacksonville Icemen, Bob Arablo, with us. Bob, I was planning on talking exclusively about all the off-ice stuff, but I can't let this go. I mean, you're a fan. You love this.
There's way too much to talk about with our on-ice performance tonight, and it feels so good, you know?
Yeah, and I know Smurf would feel the same way. Head coach Jason Christie about the relief, and I know they've got to complete the job here, obviously,
Yes,
but
we still have a period to play.
but it has been a frustrating start to the season. Guys are there, they've got the talent for sure. It just hasn't come together, but him and I have had conversations, and we'll have the same conversation right now, that sometimes you just start slow. It doesn't mean that you're a bad team. It just means that you're just taking a little while to gel. Next thing you know, things kind of snowball and start feeling good about things, and this on-ice product can be very, very good. It just hasn't turned out that way for the opening 30 days or so.
Honestly, Arlie, I have to tell you that I think from a roster standpoint, this is the best team we've had here, okay? I think, we've got 11, 12 guys under NHL contracts here, everything else, but we only have 3 or 4 guys back from last year. We've been without Dejan Mingo, who's a great puck mover, all-star defenseman. And we've had some call-ups, we've had some, goaltending that could have been a little better. But with the 2 guys we have now in net, I really feel confident. And I really think this team's going to come together. Listen, you look at the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah.
They were dead last in the NHL at Christmas time last year. They came back, won the Stanley Cup. The Washington Nationals, 19-31 at one point in time, World Series champions. So it's how you end the season, not how you start it.
Yeah, and there's certainly an opportunity in this South Division. The bottom half of it has not really jumped ahead either. There's a couple teams that have, but there's so much hockey left to be done. Everybody out there knows that it's a marathon, and you got a 4-game homestand right now. This is game 2 of that 4-game set, and a chance to really kind of carry a little bit of momentum, get back towards 500, and the next thing you know, you're right there with everybody else.
These are 4-point games. I mean, we're playing Atlanta tonight, 4-point game. Orlando tomorrow. And you know how badly I want to beat those guys.
I am well aware of that.
So that's a 4-point game. So if we can, Orlando's struggling. They're 0-4 in their last 4 games. So, we can get right back into the mix. And you're right. The bottom 4 teams right now are close. And outside of South Carolina, nobody's running away with this division. Even the Everblades have been kind of weaker this year than they had started out last year. We'll be right there. We'll be right there. We got the best coach in the ECHL in my mind and in most people's minds. And he'll find a way to make sure that this team is right there on the playoffs.
Arlie Johnson again here with Icemen president Bob Arablo. So now that we've talked about the on-ice stuff, now let's talk about what kind of weekend this was for you from a staff standpoint, from an off-ice standpoint. I mean, this is a home run. You have 3 games and 3 nights here with a day game yesterday. You are filling this stadium up with superb promotion after superb promotion. You have your field trip day yesterday, 12,800. I mean, I know you want a great crowd. I don't even know if you would envision something like that, and you are a very optimistic guy.
I don't know if I would have 2 years ago, but you know what? I've got the greatest staff in the ECHL. Scott Einhorn, Jake Ninko, they all work hard together. Lauren Muni, I mean, I could name them all. They work hard. They have a lot of fun doing it. I make sure of that. I just stay out of their way, man. That's all. But they've been pounding at the schools, since our last year when we had over 10,000 at school day. So I don't know. We're trying to figure out how to make like 20 games a year a school day. But but it was so great. The energy in this arena was awesome. Even though we were in the game, it was a great game. We were right in it to the end. Missing an open net with 0.8 seconds left, but it just was everything that we want to see here 36 nights a week.
Yeah, and it's not, from a fan's point of view, it's not like those kind of things happen overnight. The amount of work that the staff puts in, it's not like you just think about things on a Monday and decide, oh, you know what, next Thursday, why don't we do this? I mean, this is pretty much a 12-month process. I mean, last year's field trip day ends, and you're already talking about it. What did we do well? What do we want to do better next time? And you already implement that into the next season.
We already have schools today calling us and saying, when's next year's field trip?
That's fantastic.
So the league commissioner, Ryan Creedland's been here the last few days, and I said, we got to get that schedule out as quick as possible for next year, But, no, it's been great. And, this, I honestly, and even if I wasn't the president of this team, I would have to say there's no better value in Jacksonville for a family night out than an Iceman hockey game, even if you're not a hockey fan. This is it. This is where it's at. And I've got the on-ice team that's going to make it exciting. I got the off-ice team that makes it exciting. And it's all about entertaining people and making sure they have a good time.
And the family aspect continues tomorrow night, and this is something that is not only an Icemen event, but really an ECHL event. with Marvel superhero night tomorrow night. Spider-Man jerseys. I mean, you cannot ask for anything better than this. Who doesn't want to see Spider-Man scoring a goal here at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena? Talk about how the league has made that happen.
Score a lot more than one
Oh,
goal.
you are not kidding.
You know.
I don't know how the league was able to put this together and get everybody involved, get Marvel involved. I don't know how that happened, but obviously it takes a lot from a league standpoint, but it takes a lot from a team standpoint as well. Talk about the symbiotic relationship that you have with the league, to be able to get these things done from a organization to organization standpoint.
Everybody in this league's on the same page, which is really good, and Ryan is a big part of that. Ryan Creeling, the commissioner. He knows that this is about family entertainment. Hockey is certainly important, but for most people coming, they want to be entertained. And he went out and secured from Marvel, from Nickelodeon, and from DC Comics the opportunity for us to have a night with those characters. And tomorrow night's our Marvel night. As you mentioned, we're going to be Spider-Man out there, and hopefully we're going to tie up the Solar Bears really nice. And then we get into a little bit later in the season. We have a Nick night, and we have a DC comic night and stuff. So, you just never know when you come to an Iceman game what you're going to expect, and that's the way we want to keep it.
I'm not sure if it caught you off guard or not over the course of the 2+ seasons now, but I got to admit it caught me off guard just how incredibly successful the game-worn jerseys and specialty jerseys have been for you. Not just the Marvel night, but so many others, military night, autism awareness night, those kind of things. Did it catch you off guard, and did it create sort of an increase in these kind of jerseys?
Nothing catches me off guard with our fans. I got to tell you, I've been in this now for I think 36 years, and I have not ever worked with a more passionate fan group than we have here. And those jerseys, a lot of those jerseys are auctioned off, and the money goes to the Iceman Foundation or to some other charity, and does a lot of good in the community. So I think we're up to almost $500,000 over the 3 years.
It's remarkable.
That we've raised from jersey sales and other things that our fans have participated in. And all that money has gotten a good use to veterans organizations, to family organizations, kids organizations, and we want to keep that going. A lot of sports teams say they're good for the community. I challenge my team each and every day to make sure that we stay on track, that we not only do we say we're good for the community, but we prove it.
Yeah, because you can't just sit there and say you've got 36 games worth of making sure that you can provide that kind of entertainment value for everybody else, whether it's through a jersey, whether it's through a field trip, and even if you want to go in from a non-family point of view, even something like today that you did, the Jacksonville Sports and Entertainment Career Fair. Yes. You want to be able to reach out from a professional level as well. That's a big deal when you're talking about corporate dollars and making sure that they are happy with you and that you're providing a great product for them and for everybody else from the professional community too.
As good as our fans have been, our partners, our sponsors have been awesome. And I keep urging our fans to make sure if you have a choice between Wendy's and McDonald's, go to Wendy's.
Yes.
Wendy's is helping to keep hockey here. Wawa or Gate, go to Wawa's because the Wawa's helping to keep hockey here. So, those people have been so good. Community First has been awesome. Publix donated 12,000 sandwiches yesterday for us to feed the kids. And I know that they did them all because my staff and I were here at 3:30 in the morning yesterday stuffing bags on all the seats for the kids to have sandwiches. So, Wendy's donated the bags. So, it's like everybody's working together, Can't say enough about Community First, and, they are the major sponsor of the team. They've been with us since almost day one, and they continue to increase their commitment to us because they like what we're doing. And, we're just going to keep doing it now.
On the ice, it's a team. Off the ice, it's a team as well. And it's not just with the staff members, but it's with everybody that's a portion of it.
I will say that, one of the things we did was, I remember when I first started this idea of bringing hockey to Jacksonville, a lot of people thought I was crazy. They looked at the past teams that haven't been done so well and stuff. But, I studied all those, and I knew that, we could overcome those. And this summer, I think, was one of my proudest moments with the Icemen, when I introduced Andy Kaufman as our new managing partner, as our new CEO and major partner of the team, and brought in, a good group of 6 local partners. And now we're the only team in Jacksonville that is 100% owned locally. And, you know, our partners live here. Their kids go to school here and church here. And, you know, it's just so great to have that. And to know that the Icemen, you know, 10, 20 years from now will still be here with that same group.
Yeah, it's remarkable to think that things have happened in just over 2 years here. I guess maybe, you know, maybe just under 3 years from going back to inception day when you knew this team was coming. But having a guy like Andy Kaufman here, you can see his energy too, and that's not something you see out of an owner oftentimes. But I mean, he is all over the place. He is buzzing. He's enthusiastic. You know, he sends out tweets that say LGI for Let's Go Icemen. I mean, that's not something that you would see from a typical owner, right? But he is not your typical guy.
Andy was a fan of the team way before he bought the managing partnership of the team, and every day he's there helping us, supporting us, you know, and he's just been great. He's become not just our senior partners, but he's become a good friend of mine, and I just love his energy. I love his enthusiasm, and we're just, you know, we couldn't ask for a better situation all around. And you know, the city has supported us real well, and you know, we just want to keep it going and keep growing it. You know, I mean, there should be 12,000 in this building every night if people realize that what a value this was. $15, $20. You come in here, you have a great time. You know. There's nobody else that offers that.
Well, I know that you will not stop the efforts. It will always continue, you and your staff.
We're just getting started, man.
I know. I know there's a long way to go, years and years to go. I mean, this is not exactly a 3-year deal and then you just go by. It doesn't work that way.
No way.
I mean, you are here to stick around for generations and generations. That's the plan.
I promised my wife, Sue, who's listening to this right now, that this will be the last team I start up. And, you know, and now I'm gonna enjoy and keep growing it. You know, this is like it's like a plant. You know, you start it, and you don't know if it's going to grow or not.
Right.
But this has grown, and will continue to keep growing.
This is your professional version of a child.
Yes, yeah. You know, I don't know if my daughter Liz wants to hear that, but you know.
I had to specify for the professional version. The personal version,
okay,
that's the best one of all. There's no question about that, and I've got a daughter too. I feel the exact same way. Bob, I'll let you go on that, but congratulations for this weekend.
I'm going to put you on the spot here.
What you got?
What's the final score?
Final score tonight? I'm going to go with 9-3.
I like that.
I feel like it's a 9-3, which,
you know,
by the way, would be an Iceman record for goals scored.
I want to save some for tomorrow night too. You know.
Of course.
I want to beat those Solar Bears.
Yeah, we'll save those for Alex Reed. We'll have to talk to him about that for tomorrow.
You're not going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
it's first game I'm ever going to miss here. I am very disappointed in myself.
That's all right. We know you have a life outside of the Iceman too. But I'll tell you what. Anyone's listening to this that's not here tonight, please come tomorrow night, because you're going to have the Marvel characters here. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to beat those Solar Bears.
Can't wait.
All right.
Oh, I cannot wait. Bob Arabla, the president of the Jacksonville Icemen, has been our guest live here atop Section 114 as the Icemen lead the Atlanta Gladiators 6-2 after 2 periods of play. We'll take a break and return in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we could get a new house?
Yes, and Community First is freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days, and they pay closing costs.
Ever wish we didn't hire your cousin to fix our leaky roof?
Just keep mopping.
Ready for a new home? The home team at Community First can help by freezing mortgage rates for up to 75 days and paying your closing costs. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons. If you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Back at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, the Publix rink here in downtown Jacksonville. Arlie Johnson with you, along with Alex Reed. What a night so far for the Jacksonville Icemen, leading 6-2 after 2 periods of play, but they still have to finish the job here, looking for their first victory at home of the season. Teams will be starting at full strength. Jacksonville led 2-0 after 1 period. The lead went all the way to 5-0 from Jacksonville before Atlanta got on the board. For the Icemen so far today, tremendous performance from numerous players, including 2 goals and 2 assists from Maxime Fortier. We've got a goal and 2 assists from Chase Lang. Mike Hedden with a goal and 3 assists now, so they think they actually added an assist on one of his goals. So a 4-point night for a couple of people here. Yeah, on the first period goal, I believe they added the secondary assist to Mike Hedden on the second goal, the one from Garrett Ross. And Ross, by the way, has had a great game. He's got a goal and an assist tonight as well.
Yeah, but 2 players at 4-point nights right now. Again, Hedden, as you mentioned, a goal and 3 assists. Fortier, 2 goals and 2 assists. How's that line looking here, Harley? Those guys have been really clicking today.
Yeah, and don't forget about Chase Lang, 3-point night. He's not even on that line, but he did have a power play goal that was assisted by Shaw, and Mike Hedden got a helper on that one as well. Hayden Shaw's had a fine night. He's got a pair of helpers from the blue line as well tonight. So let's see if the Icemen can really pour it on in this third period. If you are just joining us, you missed an interview with Icemen president Bob Arablo where he put me on the spot and said, what's the score tonight? I said 9-3 out of nowhere, which, if I'm correct, would be a franchise record for goals in a game for Jacksonville. Let's see if they can accomplish that tonight. As the puck is down, we are underway. 6-2 Icemen entering this third period. Jacksonville has possession of the puck behind their own net. It is Shaw up the right side. Fortier tries to knock it onto his stick. It's knocked free by Ross for the Icemen. Over the blue line for Hedden. Walks in. Couldn't get the shot. He got back checked from behind. He wanted a hooking call or maybe a slash. Did not get either. We will play on. And the Gladiators play it out to center ice. Cedarholm on the backhand. Strong defensive effort by him to play it free to center. Solovyev for Hanoun. Hanoun forehands in off glass. Cedarholm first on it. Swings it around for Phelan. Bouncing puck comes free for Cedarholm, who knocks it into the corner. Collins with a sharp angle shot, and Carlson is there for the save. Clark knocks it behind the net for Glover for the Icemen, and he will toss it high into the air and out. Could be icing. Puck is on edge, and again, this period has just started, just a minute in, so they've got some very, very slick ice out there right now. Not too much snow out there, so that puck is going to travel much faster, much quicker, and icing because of it. We'll have a draw in the Icemen zone, right side of Adam Carlson. Clark on the faceoff for Jacksonville. He's opposed by Logan Nelson. Clark wins it. He had a couple of big faceoff wins in the second period on a penalty kill. Another icing against Jacksonville, so they thought they were heading to the bench for a line change, but Max Fortier and Jack Glover are going to have to come on back. Jacksonville going back to their traditional 10 forward, 6 defenseman lineup. Yesterday, they had to deviate from that. They didn't have 6 healthy defensemen yesterday. Dejan Mingo wasn't ready yet. He is back in the lineup tonight. Jacksonville wins another draw. This time it goes off the glass and out, so it will be a draw in the Jacksonville zone, but they can change lines this time.
Yeah, looking at, you mentioned Dejan Mingo, and, you know, great addition to have back. Obviously, he's coming off a career year last year. He had career highs in points, goals, assists, but even, you know, I know the fans here are happy to see it, but I had fans up and down in Fort Myers last week asking me, hey, where's Mingo at? And I told them, well, he's injured. And they're like, well, you know, we don't like when he does good things against us, but they really enjoy watching him play. They really like his puck-moving ability and just him as an overall player. So, you know, he's a guy that's well-known across the league, especially the division, now here in his 3rd year with the team. Really
entertaining player. He's a better person, I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
As the puck is at center ice, Atlanta carries it into the zone. There's a man down for Jacksonville behind the play. That's Everett Clark. He is very slow to get up. Scooter McClay comes out to make sure he's okay. Clark is back up on his feet, but definitely looks a little groggy. And now it's Cedarholm going after Corbett. Corbett must have been the one that hit Clark, I'm assuming. And Cedarholm standing up for his teammate there. And we've got sticks up high for the first time really tonight. I expected this game to be a little more chippy than it has been, especially with the lopsided score, but it has not developed until right now.
You might see more of that as the game lingers on here. But, you know, good for Cedarholm right now. You know, and as the team's coming together here from a scoring standpoint and a line standpoint, you like to see it there. Obviously, I didn't see what happened behind the play, but, you know, for a guy like Cedarholm to go over and say a few words and give a little shove to a player, you have to think that maybe that player was involved with why Clark was down back behind the play. And you like to see that, too. You know, teammates coming together and sticking up for one another. And, of course, we knew yesterday, Everett's brother Emerson sticking up for him, and that led to that little brawl early in the game yesterday. And, you know, we didn't know what happened from there. But it's good to see the guys coming together here. We'll see how it plays out. Looks as if it's going to be a wash here.
2 minutes on the board for both Cedarholm and Corbett. So we'll skate 4-on-4. I am salivating at the thought of Max Fortier out there in 4-on-4 play with open ice, but he's not out there. Really was hoping we would see 4-on-4 yesterday with Barash and Fortier.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I mean, but
yeah, that would be
never did develop.
Yeah, it'd be pretty special. Could you imagine them in an overtime 3-on-3? Give those guys so much space to do their magic. And, of course, as we talked about, Barash called up. They didn't waste. I think Cleveland was probably watching the game, and by the time the third period rolled over and he had those 3 points, they'd already had the phone call in.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We'll take him back.
He's ready to go.
So 4-on-4 on the ice right now. Atlanta has the puck there deep in their own territory. Chase Lang and Bobby Lynch are your forwards for Jacksonville. Graham Craig and Charles David Baudouin. I don't know whether to call him Charles David or Charles David. Have you given any thought to that yet yourself, Alex?
I think you got it down, Charles David. I like.
So
that.
We do have to go that way. We have to go.
You know, I mean, obviously we agree on the Baudouin part. And,
yes.
And try to emphasize his name there. You know, as he hails out of Quebec. But yeah, I like the Charles David. It's I think that's probably the way it would be set up there. And go for it.
We'll have to have a little sit down with him. What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? What do you,
simple as that. We can go either way here.
And you know, you think those are easy questions. Sometimes you ask these players, how do you pronounce your name? And sometimes they don't care. They're like, however you want to say it. It's like, no, we want to say it correctly.
Yeah, that's exactly the answer as I would expect is, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. And they're very agreeable to those things.
Exactly.
Back to live action. 4-on-4 again. Jacksonville skates into the Atlanta zone, but they cannot keep possession. A steal by Soloviev, dropping it back for Mesner. Warren curls off on his forecheck as Mesner wheels through center ice. He's over the blue line, clean entry into the zone. A poke check by Garrett Ross knocks it free for Hayden Shaw, who will attempt to start the rush from deep in his own territory, chipping it off the boards into the Atlanta zone. Foot race for the puck. Soloviev showing some good wheels to get it free for Mesner. Mesner offside on the play. He was going to have an opening, it looked like, in the high slot, but Malatesta was in ahead on the left wing.
Yeah, Malatesta, big game for him yesterday. 2 goals and an assist. Converted defenseman now forward. Has been with Atlanta now for 3 seasons, but seems as if it's paying off right now, that little move there. And coming off a pretty big day there, and it was a big part of the win for Atlanta yesterday.
Yeah, always good to have versatile guys, especially when you're only going with 16 skaters every single night. You want somebody that is capable of playing either side, blue line or up front, and Malatesta provides that for the Gladiators. Here comes Atlanta. Forney right through the crease. It goes off a leg. Centering feed, knocked behind the net, but Atlanta still has it. Nelson at the right wing circle. Looks to center, throws it in front. It's knocked loose by Fortier. Man goes down. Fortier tries to clear. Can't do it yet. Atlanta holds in. Nelson behind the goal line. Cuts in front. Centering feed is knocked away. Not out yet. Fortier tries to clear it away from Thrower. Can't do it. Some pretty good pressure here from the Gladiators. Each team will get a man back in 3 seconds as the Gladiators lose it at center ice. It is over the blue line. Delayed offside. And Carlson's going to play it all the way to center ice. Goes by everybody, and Fortier is going to force Bonner to play it behind the net. The water bottle that's normally on top of the net is actually behind the net on the ice, and it almost went right off the puck there. Or the puck almost went off the bottle, I should say. Back in the Jacksonville zone, but the Icemen have control. Hayden Shaw, good backhand outlet pass to Everett Clark, who is fine, and that's great to see. Shaw with a shot towards goal, deflected wide by Karastolev. Atlanta clears it away to center ice. Baudouin takes the body on Peterson as the puck will be called icing. It just trickled over the goal line against Atlanta. And we'll bring it into the Gladiator defensive end. 15:44 to go in the third period. 6-2 Jacksonville is your score. The Icemen looking for their first home victory of the season. 0-2-1 here on home ice thus far. The overtime loss was opening night in a thrilling hockey game. But it was a 4-3 overtime loss to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. One of the linesmen, Trent Williams, talking to Everett Clark before the drop of the puck there. Puck is down. Nobody can really find the handle. Now it comes to Karastolev. His shot is blocked. Clark with a stick lift got the puck free, but Atlanta is able to slide it out to center ice. Shaw slapping it around, rimming it around the glass. Nesbitt first on it for Atlanta. Outlet pass to Peterson, who will forehand it in off the wall. Lang takes a hit in order to get the puck free, and here come the Icemen through center ice. Phelan over the blue line for Karastolev. Slips it around his legs, cuts to the forehand, back to the forehand. Couldn't get the shot on goal. What a move from Nikita Karastolev, going between his own legs on that deke. Everything but the finish, and nearly kept it in again at the blue line. The Icemen have some serious skill out there. If this all comes together, Alex, I'll tell you what. And if these guys stay, and I know you want these guys to move up and do great things for themselves, but if they stay and if these things come together, this is a scary good lineup for the Icemen.
Yeah, if Karastolev finished off that particular chance right there, forget about ECHL plays of the week. We're talking SportsCenter top 10 nominee there. But we've seen several instances tonight where, man, there's some plays that can happen, and you can see it in those players. And if they can do that with some kind of consistency, boy, it's going to be really special. As you mentioned, come together here. Tons of skill. That the team has had it this entire time, Arlie. It's just finding that rhythm and what's going to click. And right now, the Icemen are clicking here tonight.
Very much so. They have the puck and a 4-goal cushion right now at 6-2. Lynch out to center ice for the Icemen. He lost his stick. Atlanta gets the steal and clear in. Mingo behind the net. Didn't get good wood on it. Centering feed. Man goes down for Atlanta. Malatesta got hit hard on the play. Back behind the Jacksonville net. Mingo turns to his forehand side. Feeds it up the left for Warren. Then for Lynch over the blue line by himself for the moment. Cannot get around Chris Forney. It was well defended by the Gladiators. Lead pass deflects into the Jacksonville zone. Shaw is first on the puck. Looking for Ross, who got hit up high. No call there. We'll play on. Jacksonville still has possession. It's Shaw over the blue line. The defenseman leads the rush here at the left wing half wall. Kicks it onto his stick, leaves it for Ross. Down low, it's Hedden. Centering feed, Fortier all alone, forehand, and fanning on the shot was Garrett Ross. That was a gorgeous tic-tac-toe play, everything but the goal, as Ross just whiffed on his shot. Might have been too wide open.
Yeah, this line has been incredible tonight. I mean, it's unbelievable, and then that was just such an in-sync play right there. Too bad they didn't finish it off, but I mean, you look at it, the numbers and the points that these three have put up today. Coach Christie, I think he's hit on something here.
And very unselfish from Fortier as well. He had a great opportunity himself to complete a potential hat trick as the Icemen come back in with James Phelan. Centering feed right through the top of the crease. Nobody there to collect it for Jacksonville. Going back to Fortier, completing that thought. 2 goals, 2 assists. He could have taken a high-quality shot for a potential hat trick, but he elected to go pass instead. Look at Karastolev once more.
Are you hearing the oohs and ahs from the crowd on some of these moves?
At the blue line, Baudouin is not able to keep it in. We've got an offside call. We'll take a break, but the Icemen running circles around the Gladiators tonight. 6-2 is their lead. 12:47 to go in the third period. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on Mixlr and ECHL.tv.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
Face off in the neutral zone. Arlie Johnson, Alex Reed calling this game tonight on Mixlr and JacksIcemen.com. All Jacksonville tonight with a 6-2 advantage over Atlanta. 12:41 on a rolling clock in the third period. Gladiators have the puck, left circle in their own end. Corbett ahead, deflects and stolen by Lang for the Icemen. Lang forehands in, Lynch gives chase. Brendan Warren completing the line there as the Gladiators are first on the puck. And Corbett with an outlet pass to Nesbitt, who will kick it off glass and out over the glove of Malatesta, safely out to center from Jacksonville. The Gladiators clear in once more. They will take a line change. Dejan Mingo has possession for the Icemen. Behind his own net, waits for Garrett Ross to skate by. Mingo feeds to his defensive partner, Jacob Cederholm. Lynch can't clear in. Cederholm will have to regroup. D to Mingo, left wing side. Touch pass ahead for Ross. He will start the rush. Cross ice for Hedden. Dropping it for Cederholm. The outlet pass for Fortier doesn't find the range. Cederholm gets it right back, though, for Mingo. Driving it up the right side for Fortier. He's got a man on his left. Can he find him? Didn't see Ross moving in on the left wing side. He may have been able to break in alone, but a steal in the offensive zone for Jacksonville. Mike Hedden to the right of Bonner. Tries to center. Hanoun kicks it away, but Fortier gains control. For Ross at the blue line, it's Shaw. Fanned on his snapshot attempt, and here come the Gladiators. Shaw taking the body. It's going to be a penalty on Jacksonville. Delayed call. Atlanta still has the puck. Saved by Carlson. He will freeze it. But a power play for the Gladiators. Hayden Shaw is going to go to the box. Should be for interference, I believe. That is going to be the call. Smart penalty, honestly, by Hayden Shaw. You certainly don't want to allow Atlanta to go in on a breakaway. Knowing that you've got a 4-goal lead, take the penalty, do the right thing, kill the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that was just good hustle there by Luke Nogard down the wing. And Shaw felt like he was going to lose that battle there as Nogard had a slight step on him. And, you talk about those good penalties. That was probably one right there. Otherwise, it would have been a one-on-one chance with Nogard on Carlson. Now you get the penalty killers out, and they can try to preserve the 4-goal edge that they have right now.
In the second intermission, Iceman President Bob Arablo asked me my prediction for the game. I will give you another prediction right now as Atlanta has a shot blocked out to center ice. I predict Jacksonville's first shorthanded goal of the year on this power play.
Oh, bold prediction there.
I live on the edge. Atlanta has the puck right now, though, so my prediction not looking strong just yet. Gladiators at center ice. Forehanding in is Nesbitt. Carlson will block it there. Try and clear it himself. It was dangerous. It went off the leg of Peterson. It stays in the zone, but at least Peterson couldn't gain control initially. Atlanta at the far side half boards. Nesbitt with it. Craig is defending. Pass to the left point for Mesner. Cross ice, it's Peterson. Down low, Nesbitt centering feed and a score. Power play goal. Guess who, Alex? Nick Bly scoring against Jacksonville, and it is 6-3 with 10:32 to go.
I am not surprised at all that it was Nick Bly. 12 goals now, dating back to last season here against Jacksonville. But hats off to Atlanta. That was a pretty looking power play as far as the tic-tac-toe, quick passing, cross the crease pass there, and Bly there to hammer it home. But quick passing and crisp passing as well for Atlanta is what led to that goal. And Bly's a finisher and obviously gets another one here. Unbelievable what Nick Bly can do. I don't know if I'm maybe he'll score enough goals already that he gets called up and they never have to worry about him again. I don't know what to say about it, but he's been simply unreal here.
Yeah, words really can't explain what is going on. Sometimes somebody just has somebody's number, and that is Nick Bly. Head in with a drive, head hunting on Bonner, but it went over the crossbar. All the way to Cedarholm. His slap shot from the point. Stick save made by Bonner this time. Nelson looks to clear. Cannot get it out just yet. Cedarholm pinches in from the blue line. He'll drop it into the corner. Nelson has a little more space. Going around the back of his net. Eludes the forecheck of Hedden. And the Gladiators will clear it out into Jacksonville territory. Cedarholm. D to D for Mingo, left wing side. Using the boards for Warren. Back for Mingo, deep in his own zone. Off the end boards for Cedarholm, who continues it around the wall. Garrett Ross will deflect into the Atlanta end. Thrower on the puck there with Warren forechecking for Jacksonville. Puck is free briefly. Lynch nearly got it away from Malatesta. Malatesta with a good outlet pass. That's strong work there from Zach Malatesta as Hanoun carries it into the Jacksonville end. Lang first on the puck. Atlanta steals it. Centering feed went right through the slot by everybody and all the way into the Gladiator end to the left of Bonner. Thrower up the right side for Malatesta. Off the boards, a good look for Tommy Marchant. Defending is Shaw. Well defended there by Hayden Shaw for the Icemen. As Shaw drives it around the boards and out, icing will be called here. 9:02 to go. This game is not over yet. It's a 6-3 advantage for Jacksonville. But we've probably said words to the effect of finish the job probably about a dozen times or so since the first period. And I will continue to dish that advice out.
Yeah, and that power play was big there, and Atlanta, really needed to take advantage of it. They did, and it'll be interesting to see how, both teams respond now. I mean, obviously Atlanta's thinking, okay, well, that was what we needed, and now let's try to go out and get the next one, and we'll see how this plays out. And there's a screenshot that could have been dangerous there.
Carlson with a save right off the faceoff. It'll come right back to his right, and the Icemen will get a line change. They could not change up last time because of the icing. This time they'll bring out a new defensive pair in Baudouin and Craig. Everett Clark on the face-off against Derek Nesbitt. Nesbitt and Peterson assisted on that last goal from Nick Bly, by the way. 4th goal on the year for Bly, 3 of them against the Icemen. 1 against the entire ECHL that's not the Icemen. Bouncing puck at the blue line, held in by Atlanta. Bly there again, bringing it into the corner, left wing side. Jacksonville is able to get it free. What a pass from Clark. Splitting the defense is Phelan. Can he get the shot away? No, but it's held in by Karastolev. Karastolev behind the net. Gets around one defender. Curls to his forehand side at the near side half boards for Phelan, who spins away from Bly on his backhand. Tries to knock it down low for Karastolev. Karastolev somehow gets it onto his stick. We've got a whistle. Hand pass will be called against Jacksonville. I didn't see it go off a glove at all, but apparently Cole Rui did, and we'll bring it out to center ice.
I didn't see it either there, but obviously he's got a little bit better advantage point. Might have been real subtle, real quick, so brings the face-off out of the zone. But good work there by the Icemen. Before that, good to see guys like Phelan, Carrasco battling there in the corner for possession and keeping Atlanta from getting possession of it and breaking out the other way.
Atlanta with possession at their own line. It is Forney getting away from the forecheck of Ross. Got it into Jacksonville territory, but not with possession. Jacksonville has it. Cedarholm up the boards. That is stolen by Atlanta. Held in by Nelson. Looking to center is Collins. He'll drop it down low instead for Peterson. Centering feed well read by Mingo. Penalty coming on Atlanta as Mingo got tripped up on the play. Power play for the Icemen, where they are 3 for 3 tonight. Can they keep perfect on the power play?
Well, they're going to have the opportunity to, and the way the power play has looked, I mean, obviously they've scored 3 goals on it, but it's the puck movement, the way they're moving the puck around has looked really sharp here, really sound, and they've been able to be rewarded with that. So we'll see if they can keep that going right now with some players that are all clicking here on all cylinders. And tough penalty, though, for Atlanta taking this situation.
Especially in the offensive zone.
Yeah, I was going to say in the O-zone there. So now a penalty kill for them and a power play for Jacksonville. Try to get the next one in this game.
Lang, Hedden, and Ross up front at the blue line. It's Max Fortier as a fourth forward, along with Hayden Shaw. Fortier pinches in from the blue line to hold it in briefly, but the puck comes free for Nesbitt, who will clear it away. Icemen power play 3 for 3 on the year. They came into this game with only 4 power play goals all season. Fortier slipping the puck by Soloviev. Puck goes up into the air. It goes off the netting. And a face-off will ensue in Atlanta territory. Still plenty of time on this power play, 1:35 to go. And Jason Christie elects to bring some fresh skaters out. Second power play unit comes out quickly on this power play.
Yeah, and if you're the Icemen right now, you obviously would love to score on this power play, but you don't want to get too fancy, and you want to play it pretty simple here. If anything, kill off 2 more minutes off in this game. You've got the 3-goal lead. Don't get quick. Don't try some long passes across or force anything here. You don't want Atlanta to get a shorthanded chance and make it a very interesting 2-goal game. So if you're the Icemen, do your best here. Try to put one in, but at the same time, keep it simple and smart here for at least the next remainder of this power play.
And Jacksonville does have the puck. Karastolev holds it in. He is double teamed, but he gets it down low. Can Phelan find a centering pass? No. Karastolev with a seam pass. It's Baudouin for Mingo. Center point, 55 feet away. Karastolev fires. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Bonner will cover it up. And then Bonner slaps at the back of James Phelan's legs in the process. Bonner is a pretty feisty guy back there. Not afraid to use that stick as more than just a stick. It is a bit of a weapon at times for him.
Yeah, a little swipe there after the whistle as Phelan was taking a little whack there, and goaltenders don't like that. He missed on the swing, though.
He did.
Trying to get the back of the leg there, Phelan. But just letting them know, I didn't appreciate the extra whack.
Atlanta wins the draw and clears it out. 1:06 to go on this power play for the Icemen. They'll start the charge from behind the cage with Dejan Mingo. Mingo to the right for Baudouin. Baudouin gains the blue line, drops it in deep. Karastolev fights for it. 3 men, the forwards for Jacksonville, all came in to get the puck free. It's Mingo with a one-timer. It is deflected wide. Might not have got good wood on it either. Jacksonville looking to get the loose puck. They are unable to do so. Atlanta slaps at the length of the ice again. Carlson immediately looking to outlet that pass all the way to center ice. He elected not to, but he's got his head up every time looking to make that outlet pass. 26 seconds to go on the power play as Shaw wrists it in behind the net of Bonner. Lang gives chase, but Atlanta has the puck. Mesner around the wall at the blue line. Is it in or out of the zone? They'll say it is a delayed offside. Atlanta has the puck, and they'll kill some clock here. It's thrown off the boards and behind the Jacksonville net. Just 4 seconds to go on this power play, so for the first time tonight, Jacksonville is unable to convert on a power play. The good news is there's less than 6 minutes to go in the game, and the Icemen lead by 3, 6-3. Atlanta moving into the offensive zone. No guard on the backhanded feed. Carlson dives out of his crease to freeze that puck. He saw Chris Forney coming. He knew he had to be quick, and he leaps out of his crease to get the faceoff. We'll take our final media break of the evening. Jacksonville on top 6-3. 5:42 to go in period number 3. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Sign up for ECHL TV and watch every ECHL game live online. Follow your favorite teams at home and on the road. With live streaming available on your PC, iPad, and iPhone, you'll never be too far away from the action. Never miss a big goal. Relive your favorite ECHL moments in the video archives. and catch every game from around the league live. If ECHL hockey is on, it's on ECHL.TV.
Ever wish we didn't have so many bank fees? Ouch!
We should get a free checking account at Community First. They even give you a cash bonus. Ouch!
Ever wish we had just bought a jar of honey instead of harvesting it?
Ow! Bad bee!
Have you heard the buzz? Community First is giving up to $200 cash bonuses when you open a free checking account with direct deposit. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org. Community First. Love where you bank. NCUA insured.
Face off in the Icemen zone, left side of Adam Carlson. Jacksonville wins the draw. They can't clear it yet. It's pinned up along the corner. Karastolev digs it free. Mingo and Phelan try to knock it out. Atlanta keeps the pressure on, keeps it in the zone. Now it's picked off by Jacksonville. Phelan cannot clear it out again. Held in by Powers this time. Behind the Icemen net, Atlanta with a centering feed. Knocked free by Clark. Gets it loose to Phelan, out to center. Clark golfs at it. Look out, it goes into the Jacksonville bench. Nearly took off the head of Mike Hedden and almost clocked Jason Christie as well along the left arm or shoulder area. Quick reflexes there, did not hit anybody. And assistant equipment manager Nick Behrens is gonna toss that puck into the crowd for a souvenir for somebody. Draw at center ice, right on the dot.
Smurf's got some speed on that bench there.
Yeah, reflexes. Outlet pass. Warren got a piece of it to deflect it behind the Atlanta net. Thrower. That's Josh Thrower for Atlanta. For Cody Corbett. Corbett gives it up in the neutral zone. Bobby Lynch in transition on the steal. Lynch right side centering feed went behind Warren. Atlanta gets to the loose puck. They'll play it to the neutral zone. Baudouin forehands right back into the zone. Lynch gives chase at the blue line. Touch pass to keep it in for Graham Craig. Craig with Hedden. Back to Craig. Deflection. Score! Graham Craig with his first goal of the year, and it's 7-3 Icemen. The give and go between Craig and Mike Hedden. Very unselfish from Hedden. And Craig just had to redirect it by Bonner, who got a piece of it. Great effort by Bonner, but not enough to keep it out of the net. And the Icemen pouring it on, 7-3, Jacksonville.
You gotta love it. The big guy getting the goal there. The big defenseman going hard to the net. As you said, Hedden set him up for the chance in front. Great to see Graham Craig getting that one in.
Just the one assist to Hedden again. See if there's a second one added there. As Graham Craig gets his first goal of the season. Here is Matt Schultz.
His first of the season, scored by number 15, Graham Craig. Assisted by number 8, Mike Hedden. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 26 seconds, third period. Again, Craig from Hedden at 15:26, third period.
With that assist from Mike Hedden, that is his 4th assist of the night, plus a goal. It's a 5-point night for Mike Hedden. I'm not sure, Alex, if you're going to be able to do some research in time, but I wonder if that is a franchise record for points in a game by a player. There's definitely been some 4-point nights. I don't know about 5. As Atlanta brings the puck into the Jacksonville zone, but a penalty coming. I believe this is on the Icemen. .346 to go. Tripping is going to be the call, and it is Phelan in the box. Power play for Atlanta. But it's all but decided here except the final score. And hopefully this momentum will carry over into tomorrow night's game. Remember, Marvel Superhero Night. Tomorrow night, the Icemen will be wearing Spider-Man jerseys as they host their in-state rival Orlando Solar Bears. Jacksonville now looking to steal. Clark takes a hit in order to get it out to center ice, and the Icemen now have possession, but they're going to kill a little time. Warren in the neutral zone, turning away from a couple of forecheckers and then dropping it behind the Atlanta cage. Atlanta 2 for 5 on the power play. They've been good on the man advantage tonight. Corbett gaining the red line before forehanding in. Puck bounces up into the air. Warren tries to glove it down to his stick. The Gladiators work it free. It is Hanoun, left wing circle. Cross ice, knocked out of midair by Everett Clark and deflecting it out to the Atlanta line. And the Icemen get a quick line change. Chris Forney over the blue line, tripped up by Baudouin, no call there, as the Icemen get the puck and they'll slam it the length of the ice. Mingo doing the honors that time. Chase Lang and Bobby Lynch into forecheck. Lang's had a strong night as well. Lang with a goal and 2 assists this evening as the Icemen get a steal at center ice. Atlanta gets it right back there onside. No guard, left wing side, still with 48 seconds to go on the power play. Around the wall for Nesbitt, but he wasn't ready for it, and it goes all the way out into Atlanta territory. Forney leaves it for Nesbitt. Lead pass for Peterson. Over the blue line on the right wing, he is onside. Bly stops at the half boards on his backhand, then turning to the forehand for Nesbitt down low. Nesbitt up high for Mesner. Wrist shot looking for Bly. Deflection. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Oh, Carlson with the save at the goal line. Keeps it out of the net. He grabs it with his blocker hand and shows his hand up in the air like, I got it. I got it. Everything's good. What a stop from Adam Carlson as Bly was looking to put another one in. And then it was Derek Nesbitt on the second attempt. And Carlson somehow keeps it out right at the goal line.
Yeah, the disappointment there by Nesbitt. Couldn't believe he didn't pound that one home. Somehow the puck stayed out and then rolled right there next to Carlson. And it was one of those moments like, oh, there it is. I'll scoop it up. And just with the bare hand almost kind of picking it up. Oh, man, that was a good opportunity, but Carlson coming up big.
They may actually be going to the goal judge here. They might be looking at some replay here for this one. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to replay this one. Instant replay is now a part of all ECHL games for goal calls. It's not for an offside or anything like that, but for goal calls specifically. So this is under review. They will use a camera angle on above the goal that will not be seen on the Jumbotron. It will only be seen by the officials. So they will get a look that the fans will not get here. And man, I wish I could see that overhead camera look for this one.
I love how all the fans are right behind.
It was quick.
Yep. And then we're getting the fans.
And let's see what Cameron Fleming has to say. No goal. No goal.
We got help from the fans down there. They're turning around looking at us, telling us that they're waving it off.
Yeah, there's a couple of people in the front row that are trying to get a pretty decent look there at the iPad. Did Carlson make that save with the glove at first?
He may have.
He may have reached out with his glove to make that save.
And covered it up with the blocker side hand.
If you can find a way to see that on the overhead camera at some point, I want to see that. Face-off is won by Atlanta. Still a little time on the power play. It is Corbett. Wrist shot went off the hand of Mike Hedden. He felt that one on the right hand. He stays out there. Hopefully he is okay. Atlanta to the right of Carlson. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Shot towards goal is deflected wide. Comes to Hayden Shaw, who will wrist it around the boards, but not out. Teams are now at full strength, however, as Phelan is on the ice. Atlanta still has the puck. Wrist shot knocked out of play by Carlson, who got a piece of it with the blocker. And we're down to just 1:38 on the clock here. Jacksonville's going to win this one. Their first home victory of the season. They'll improve to 3-6-2 on the year. They'll improve to 8 points on the season, which would leapfrog them over the Norfolk Admirals and into a tie for 5th place with the Orlando Solar Bears. Norfolk is losing right now 5-1 to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. So Jacksonville will be out of the cellar in a matter of moments. Jacksonville clears the puck on this faceoff. The Gladiators get it back inside their own line. Nesbitt redirects into the right of Carlson. Clark drops it to the right for Cederholm. Cederholm in the corner, deep in his own end. Loses it to Nick Bly. Helping out is Mingo for the Icemen. 2-on-2 hockey along the boards. Atlanta knocks it free. Penalty coming on Jacksonville again. with 1:07 to go in the game. Hooking is going to be the call. I guess if you're going to have the penalties, you may as well have it with a 4-goal lead with 1:07 on the clock. Maybe you can kind of increase the penalty kill percentages by killing the final little bit here. 67 seconds to go. Remember, tomorrow night, Jacksonville hosting the Orlando Solar Bears. Marvel Superhero Night. Alex, great work there. We'll guess I'll let you tell that if we get another whistle here in this game. Power play for Atlanta, final minute of the game. Nelson with a shot that is deflected. It goes off the side of the net now. Jacksonville trying to clear it out. Baudouin moving it ahead for Lang, and Lang will clear it the length of the ice. 44 seconds to go. Bonner leaving it for Cody Corbett. Dante Hanoun, wing to wing for Nelson. Cannot get around Charles David. Baudouin.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah, that one flowed. Atlanta brings it into the zone with 25 seconds to go in the game. Malatesta at the left point. Cross ice, it's Corbett. Seam pass for Marchant. Marchant to the blue line for Malatesta. Fakes the shot. Corbett cannot get the shot away, and it's going to be covered up by Adam Carlson with 14.8 seconds to go. I openly wondered whether Mike Hedden set a franchise record for points. Did he?
He did not, but he tied it. So he didn't set a new mark, but he did tie a previous mark set by Wasey Rabbit last season, who also had 5 points in a game against the Norfolk Admirals back on February 2nd, 2019. Wasey, getting 5 points. And, of course, Hedden with 5 points tonight. So he ties the mark here, and a big congratulations to him.
No question about it, as Carlson makes another save with just 10 seconds to go in the contest now.
And he also tied the club record for most assists in a game, 4, which was actually 6 other people. He becomes the 7th player in Iceman history to have 4 assists in a game. Dejan Mingo, also the last to do that last spring in Norfolk, March 23rd, game there as well.
Draws to Carlson's left. Atlanta wins it. One last chance for them. Mesner for Nesbitt. 3 seconds to go. Centering feed in front. Carlson will cover it up as time expires. This game is over, and the Jacksonville Icemen have defeated the Atlanta Gladiators tonight by a final score of 7-3. What a performance offensively, especially from the Icemen. Jumping out to a 5-0 lead by the second period, and they coasted from there. Lots of players to choose from your 3 stars of the game. We'll bring you down to Matt Schultz in just a moment, and I'll have an interview with your number 1 star. Alex, give us your thoughts on this game as well.
Yeah, it was a good game here, no doubt about it, for the Icemen. They needed to have a breakout game. They haven't had a game such as this all season where they really controlled it from start to finish, and they did so right here today with a good win. Setting the tone early and finishing this game off, and a big win here as they salute the fans down at center ice. And a good crowd here, announced over 5,700 tonight at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. And boy, oh boy, what a performance here for the guys as they come away with the victory. With the largest margin of victory here for the Icemen, they defeat Atlanta by 4. Jacksonville getting its 3rd win of the season and just its 1st here on home ice. But looking again, the 2 wins they had previous, one was in overtime against Fort Wayne, so a 1-goal win, and then of course last Saturday's win there in Fort Myers, or down in Estero, I should say, that made it a 1-goal win there. 4-3 was the score, but 7-3, and a pretty good one here today. So we'll see how things play out. Right now they're doing the 3 stars, and Graham Craig getting the number 3 star. There are other players that had a couple points in here, but hey, a big guy like him doesn't get a lot of goals. You got to give a curtain call to Graham Craig getting that one. Max Fortier, 2 goals, 2 assists here tonight, capping off a 4-point game. So he'll come out and throw a T-shirt. And, of course, the number 1 star here tying the franchise record of 5 points in a game will be the new veteran and newcomer Mike Hedden. And he'll introduce himself to these fans here, a little bit of a curtain call. And he claps for a little bit of applause himself to the fans, throwing a T-shirt there as well. And he'll be joined with Arlie down on the ice. Well, Try to get you that conversation here in just a second.
Mike, I know it was a rough start to the season, but man, it all came together tonight. A 7-goal outburst, and you tied a franchise record with 5 points on the night with a goal and 4 assists. What was working for you? It seemed like everything was tonight.
Yeah, I think tonight we took care of our own zone. You know, the D played well, getting back there, getting pucks out, and when you're playing good defense, it's going to lead to some offensive chances, and we were capitalizing tonight.
I know this crowd really carries you guys, and this is your first chance to be here, the first 2 home games for you. Talk about the experience of this weekend, seeing 12,800 with the kids yesterday morning, and now the fans here tonight, and your early experience here in Jacksonville.
I mean, so far it's been unbelievable. You know, the support that you guys give us, it's amazing, and you know, hopefully you guys keep coming out and we can keep putting up some wins for you.
How does this carry over into tomorrow night's game against the Orlando Solar Bears? Because you obviously, one win is one thing, but you got to keep this thing rolling too.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be our third game in 3 nights, so we just come and play like we did tonight, keep it simple, and take care of our D zone. You know, Carl played unbelievable in the pipes for us tonight, so just play the same way and good things will happen.
Congratulations, Mike. Well done.
Thank you.
There's our player of the game, Mike Hedden, a goal and 4 assists tonight as the Icemen win 7-3. Remember, tomorrow night, Marvel Superhero Night at 7 o'clock as the Icemen host the Orlando Solar Bears.
And there you have it, Arlie Johnson down on the ice with his interview with the #1 star of the game as Mike Hedden, an impressive performance here. 1 goal, 4 assists here. A solid outing, not only just by him, but that whole line in general there. Garrett Ross also could have received a star here today, a goal and an assist for Ross, who was on that line. And then, of course, we already mentioned Max Fortier, the #2 star. He with 2 goals and 2 assists here. So looking at 11 points between those 3 guys on that line. They were outstanding here this evening. But a 7-3 victory, and what can you say about this one? Let's recap how we got to this 7-3 score. As again, starting it off was Mike Hedden getting the first goal of the game at 13:23 on the power play, no less. Hedden getting his second, set up by Shaw and Fortier. 1-0 Jacksonville at 13:23 of the first period of play. Then just moments later, it'd be Garrett Ross taking a nice feed from Max Fortier, who did some excellent puck handling around. He flipped it out in front to Ross in the slot, and Ross was able to send that one over the shoulder of starting goaltender Martin Ouellette. Hedden getting the first of his assists on that goal. Then we head to the second period. Icemen up 2-0. Just 40 seconds in, Max Fortier finishing off a bang-bang play. Set up by, guess who, Mike Hedden. Fortier nets his second from Hedden and Ross. That line was clicking at that point. 3-0 Jacksonville. Then the Icemen made it 4-0 at 6:27. Chase Lang on the power play following a Hayden Shaw shot. He was able to pick up the rebound, swing it around Ouellette for the tally. 6th of the year for Lang. That's a team best right now. Shaw and Hedden getting the assist on that power play.